Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway, a 2-on-0, a shot, and a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2.
Let's face it, when Ryan Pace signed Andy Dalton to a one-year contract, he knew there was a minuscule chance that Justin Fields would fall into his lap on draft day. Little did Pace know that the San Francisco 49ers would quite possibly make the bonehead move at the draft by selecting a North Dakota State kid over the national championship runner-up. Whether you believe in Trey Lance over Josh Fields, you have to admit there are a lot of question marks coming Lance's way rather than the former Ohio State QB. As we stated in our previous video, non-Power 5 quarterbacks are usually very untrustworthy in the National Football League. Sure, Steve Young came from Brigham Young University, but then you have some very up-and-down performances from non-Power 5 QBs who got their big chance in the NFL. The jury is still out on Carson Wentz from North Dakota State. The University of Delaware's Joe Flacco had one fantastic playoff run, but after that, he had just a very meh overall career. East Carolina product David Garrard eventually flamed out in Jacksonville, etc., etc. Besides Wentz suffering through a barrage of injuries, the other non-Power 5 quarterbacks just couldn't get it done at the next level. There's a chance that BYU's Zach Wilson and North Dakota State's Trey Lance could get it done, but I have my doubts. That makes Pace kind of look like a genius. Months before the draft began, many draft analysts had the New York Jets taking Fields at number 2 overall. Then all of a sudden, the Jets take Wilson. The 49ers surprise everyone and draft Lance over Fields and Mac Jones. And the Panthers trade for Sam Darnold days before the draft. So all Ryan Pace had to do was trade up 9 spots to get quite possibly the second best player of the entire NFL draft. So why not trade up for Fields? After all, Pace is notorious for trading up on draft day. Remember Leonard Floyd and Mitch Trubisky? Then again, those decisions turned out to be mistakes, since the player selected didn't live up to the hype and cost the Bears more young and cost-controlled talent. So was selecting and trading for Fields a mistake? Time will only tell, although it's kind of telling that at least 3 teams passed on drafting him. Then again, teams have made mistakes on draft day before, so it's not uncommon for talented QBs like Fields to slip deeper and deeper into the first round. Anyway, back to the Bears and why they drafted Fields in the first place. The reasons why general managers draft players are numerous, but the main reasons behind the pick are usually threefold. The GMs need to ask themselves 3 important questions. Number 1, does this player positively impact our immediate future? 2, does this player have huge upside and is worth the time in developing him because they'll be great 2, 3, 4 years down the road? And 3, does this player have any red flags in terms of character concerns, work ethic, or overall playing ability? With Fields, I don't see why he wouldn't impact the Bears' immediate future. Although it's true that no rookie quarterback has ever started on Super Bowl Sunday, Russell Wilson and Ben Roethlisberger still proved that rookies can get very close to winning a conference title. During Wilson's rookie year, the Seattle Seahawks came oh so close to upsetting Matt Ryan's Falcons on the road. Roethlisberger's rookie campaign saw the Steelers host the AFC Championship game, an AFC title contest where Tom Brady's Patriots took care of business as usual against the first-year quarterback. Then again, starting a quarterback in year 1 of their development can have drastic repercussions on the franchise. It didn't exactly work out when Sam Darnold got the Week 1 nod for the New York Jets. Blaine Gabbert was a borderline disaster down in Jacksonville after he took over the starting job from Luke McCown. Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota both started Week 1 for their respective franchises. Did those decisions exactly pan out for either squad? And when you look at some of the all-time greats, what do they have in common? They sat on the bench and had time to learn the offense. They weren't thrusted on the gridiron, where the head coach knew that they wouldn't succeed. Rather, the team drafts the stud rookie and has a veteran place so that the rookie isn't forced to start from day 1. Quarterback is arguably the toughest position in all the 4 major American sports, so why should a kid in his early 20s be forced to play from day 1? Tom Brady learned the offense and blitz packages by watching Drew Bledsoe lead the offense down the field. Brady only threw 3 passes as a rookie. Drew Brees originally sat on the bench and learned from Doug Flutie. Joe Montana only threw 23 total passes as a first-year signal caller. My point is QB play is the toughest to foretell greatness, so head coaches need to be smart about putting a rookie gunslinger into the starting lineup. Fields isn't necessarily a true gunslinger, but his decision-making can sometimes look like Brett Favre. Remember his 3-interception performance against Indiana this past season? Quarterback play is all about intelligence. In essence, the QB needs to read the coverage package and understand if it's a trap defense or an all-out blitz. This just means the QB has to determine if his tight end has one-on-one coverage or if the safety is going to read the play and get in the way of the passing lane for a potential pick the other way. Can Fields read defenses? As evidenced by his 6 TD masterful performance against Clemson, of course he can, but that's not really the question that Ryan Pace needs to answer. Rather, Pace needs to determine if this offensive line can protect Fields and avoid the sort of situation that Cincinnati is currently in, with Joe Burrow recovering from an ACL tear his rookie season. Also, does Fields even need to play right away? My theory is probably not. While it's true that teams can go from worst to first, the Bears are currently struggling with one major component of a championship team: an identity. Let's eradicate the quarterback conversation for a moment and decide what the moniker is of this team now that Kyle Fuller is no longer on the roster. Are the Bears still known for their defense, or is the defense now just marginally better than the offense? We saw some major letdowns from the Bears defense last season, although a lot of that still had to do with dreadful quarterback play from both Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky. Hypothetically speaking, better QB play from Dalton should in theory lead to more wins from the Bears, but it's not as though this defense is completely blameless either. Andy Dalton isn't a Pro Bowl quarterback anymore, but there's a reason why Mike McCarthy wanted him on the roster when Dak Prescott was 100% healthy. But even with Dalton, how can the Bears win 13-plus games this season to win a Super Bowl? They simply can't. The answer to that question is they probably just don't have enough talent at running back, offensive line, and tight end to get it done. So if the Bears aren't a Super Bowl contender in 2021, then why rush the process with Fields? Is it worth it for Fields to take unnecessary hits when the Bears could be a 10-7 squad at the very best of their playing abilities? You simply don't rush the process with Fields. Look, there are still legitimate concerns with the number 11 overall draft pick. NFL general managers were right in questioning Fields' decision-making during his time with the Buckeyes. Also, why did Fields lose the starting job at the University of Georgia to Jacob Fromm? That's kind of a red flag, especially because Mitch Trubisky couldn't even beat out Marquise Williams for the starting job at North Carolina. While I would still rather have Fields over a QB from North Dakota State, I can kind of comprehend why the 49ers passed on Fields and drafted Lance. Roethlisberger came from Miami of Ohio, so not every non-Power 5 quarterback will become a mediocre thrower of the football. Lance has incredible strength and can break tackles in the open field, like Cam Newton. The Newton 1-yard quarterback sneak is practically a guaranteed touchdown run every time, and Lance could become that same freakish athlete. Still, the competition that Lance faced is nowhere near what Fields endured this season. Fields went up against a top 5 defense in Northwestern for the Big Ten title. He then demolished Clemson's defense with very sore ribs, and then had to face off against unbeatable Alabama for the national title. Also, Lance only played one game this season due to COVID-19. Was that a selfish or a smart move? I'll let you decide. In short, Fields was a brilliant pickup for Pace, or so it looks on paper. Bears fans will have to see if Pace's draft trade was actually the right decision. For the Bears, they need to put a winning culture around Fields. Quarterbacks are important, but if the blocking scheme doesn't fit their skill set, it's going to be a disastrous result, aka getting creamed from the pocket. Lamar Jackson is a fantastic athlete, but you also have to give credit to the blocking schemes initiated by head coach John Harbaugh for his offensive line. Harbaugh knows that he has the speed of lightning at quarterback, so he likes to dial up design runs every now and then. Is Matt Nagy the right fit at head coach to best utilize Fields' gifts at both throwing and running the ball? Nagy's coaching decisions have always been questioned by the media, especially when he famously told the press, "I know that we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot." Here's the clip if you haven't seen it. Remember the Tampa Bay game when he gave Tom Brady the ball back with way too much time remaining on the clock? Nagy lost his play calling responsibility last season for a reason. The Nagy playbook is very predictable, and the Bears have basically been a mediocre team on offense since that 2018 fluky year. Regardless of who's calling the plays, Bill Lazor and Nagy, the Bears just don't have a great offensive line or tailbacks. Granted, Tariq Cohen is back for the 2021 season. Other than that, there's more question marks than certainties at the skill positions. One of the reasons why Russell Wilson got the nod in Week 1 is he could hand the ball off to beast mode. David Montgomery is not currently a top 10 running back in the league. Marquise Goodwin can run like a deer, but an impact possession receiver, he is not. Darnell Mooney has a lot of upside in his sophomore season, but upside versus actual performance is very much a thing in the NFL. Until we see it on the field, Mooney's ceiling is still very much a question mark. Damian Williams will be a nice change of pace running back for Chicago, and he came from Nagy's old team in Kansas City. Quite honestly, Williams was arguably Super Bowl MVP over the actual winner in Patrick Mahomes. Williams also didn't play last year as a healthy scratch due to the COVID-19 scare. To sum up, Fields doesn't have many red flags or previous injury problems. He has epilepsy, which might have been one of the reasons he fell on draft day. However, this tweet from Tom Pelissero tells us all we need to know about dealing with epilepsy in the NFL. And as we all know, Fields' college career was very impressive when he was dealing with epilepsy. But regardless of who plays quarterback for the Bears in 2021, they just don't have enough on defense and offense to compete for a title. The best case scenario is Dalton has a decent season under center, and Fields doesn't have to play that much in 2021, if at all. The Bears also have Nick Foles, for now, so Fields might not even have to dress for the first couple of games this season. I trust in how Bill Belichick did it with Tom Brady and how Bill Walsh did it with Joe Montana. There's no rush to play Fields. Dalton is a professional quarterback with some notable multiple Pro Bowl distinctions. Just let Dalton play and let Fields slowly learn what it takes to be an NFL quarterback and leader. But what do you think? Should Fields start week 1? Make sure to comment below, like this video, and check out our social media channels on Facebook and Instagram.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
My name is Mary Ellen Schneider, and I'm the Fine Arts Department Chair at St. Ignatius. I'm proud to say that we probably have at least 50% of the student body involved in one of the visual or performing arts throughout their career here. It's important for the students to be involved in the arts here because they learn something that they can enjoy for a lifetime. There's no cap on how old you can be to be a musician or a visual artist and create. Our talented students are very creative. Beautiful things are displayed around the school. They also get very excited about productions and concerts, performing for others. And there's so many options for you and so much for you to have fun with. I love being department chair because it's exciting to be able to lead a group of other artists and to see them be able to be involved in the arts. Sometimes at the high school level, it becomes very selective. We have so many things here that are inclusive of students at all levels.
My name is Patrick Winter, and I'm the chair of the Religious Studies Department at St. Ignatius College Prep. This is the department where we take the academic discipline of theology and we engage our students in questions about God, about meaning, about purpose. You know, I think of us as kind of a worldview department. And what we do is we take the students who come in, we meet them where they are, but then we try to take them somewhere else, somewhere new. What happens in our classrooms is that it becomes kind of a dynamic exchange between the students and their own context and their own experience and the tools that we try to offer to them, and out comes something that is a mix of the religious studies curriculum that's grounded in the Catholic tradition, but also that's brought to life by their own experience and their own reflection and the questions that they have. And the students who we teach really do a wonderful job of actively engaging in that dynamic process.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
My name is Father Lucas Lanauskas. I'm the Vice President for Mission Implementation and Integration. The Office of Mission Implementation and Integration is really about bringing the gospel alive and well into the lives of our students. What's important about my job is that in all our facets, in all the various pieces of the school, the Catholic and Jesuit charism are at the heart of the matter. And so my job is to really ensure that, and to ensure that that's finding its way into our curriculum, that's finding its way into our hiring practices, that's finding its way into all that we do, our religious formation and growth within the school. We have different retreats at the different levels. So freshmen start off with understanding who they are as a part of the body of Christ or the community here at St. Ignatius. Then that progresses into sophomore year, which is a deeper look into themselves, their own life. Junior year then is about an experience of Jesus, the light of the world, and about light coming into darkness. And then for senior year, the programming for retreats is Kairos, which is God's time, and it's a extensive 4-day retreat where they really dive deeper in their relationship with God and each other, and then their ultimate call to go forth, and that's for seniors as they prepare to enter into the world. Our students have a deep experience of what it means to meet the person of Jesus Christ and to be changed by that relationship. And that is a great gift.
My name is Maureen Lonergan, and I'm the Science Department Chair at St. Ignatius College Prep. The Science Department at St. Ignatius is a group of 17 science teachers who teach a range of subjects from physics to biology. What we offer for our students is hands-on learning. So instead of having a model of education where we tell them the world works like this, do this lab and see it, we have them run an experiment and figure out how the world must work that explains what they saw. In addition to your experiences in the classroom, students here have the incredible opportunity to be a part of extracurriculars that are science-based. We have a really popular Girls in STEM organization, G-STEM. They bring speakers here and they hear about women doing great things in science. We also have a robotics program. We also have a science Olympiad team, a medical club, an outdoor ecology club. So your students can be involved in science, not just in our classrooms, but they can be led and brought out into our city and country with these great educators. Out of all the science teachers, we have a range of backgrounds and professional experiences represented. We have people who have PhDs in physics. We have people who have degrees in research biology, environmental science, chemistry. So we have a range of experience and knowledge. And when we all come together, we are all united by this passion to make science education engaging and high quality for our students.
It's no secret that Mike Trout is the best player in baseball today. Some would argue that he's the greatest baseball player of all time, and despite being only 29 years old, he has a path to receiving that exact title. Regardless of who you think the GOAT is of baseball players, Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, and Hank Aaron, just to name a few, you can't deny how valuable Trout has been to both the Angels and Major League Baseball as a whole. And although the title of this video might seem a little bit fishy, just stay with me here. Why would the Angels want to hold on to a player when their organization has so many other holes to fill? is really just about selling tickets for the overall financial welfare of the Los Angeles Angels? If that's indeed the case, the Angels want to sell postseason tickets, and regardless of their moves in previous off seasons to build a team around Trout, they haven't made the playoffs in 7 consecutive years. That includes last season's very small 60-game season. And if the Angels are considering moving on from their franchise cornerstone, should Chicago White Sox general manager Rick Hahn look into pursuing a trade for the superstar center fielder? It's important to note that Trout's price tag for a blockbuster trade will be insane. Why, you might ask? Here are some of his monster numbers to give you a better idea of why the Angels will ask for a king's ransom in order to dump his contract onto Chicago's payroll. Let's dive into some of Mike Trout's statistics throughout his career. The 3-time MVP and 8-time All-Star has a career 74.8 wins above replacement. The former late first-round pick is the only player in MLB history to top 70 WAR by his age 29 season. Assuming that he continues to perform at a rate similar to how he has for his career, he will be considered one of baseball's best players of all time. He's on the path to finishing his MLB Wikipedia page above a 300 batting average, with the ability to win as many MVP awards as Barry Bonds. With Eloy Jimenez and Luis Robert under contract for most of this decade, 2 outfield spots are already filled for the foreseeable future. However, Jimenez is a huge hole in left field who can't stay healthy. Robert is coming off a major hip flexor injury. As such, center field and left field are up for grabs if Rick Hahn doesn't feel comfortable that Jimenez and Robert can pick up where they left off in 2022. As for right field, there's still a huge question mark in the future regarding who the White Sox will turn to for their future position 9 needs. There's also some uncertainty regarding Eloy Jimenez's ability to play left field. After all, his injury from this past spring training came from mistiming a fly ball. This could potentially free up 2 outfield slots for Trout to slide into. What originally looked like a sure thing from left to right field is now anything but. Adam Eaton remains the lone healthy outfielder, and with Robert out for most of the 2021 season, we're going to see more and more of Andrew Vaughn in left field and Adam Engel in center. The White Sox desperately need Trout's services. The problem is, do the White Sox have enough to pull off a blockbuster trade with the Angels? The biggest question here is the Angels would be willing to part with Trout. It wouldn't be easy giving up the best player in baseball and would require a massive haul for the Angels to do so. We've seen superstar players in the past, such as Mookie Betts and Francisco Lindor, get traded away towards the end of their contracts to save money. The only problem is Mike Trout is nowhere near the end of his contract. In fact, last offseason, he signed a whopping 12-year, $426 million contract extension that looks to keep him in Anaheim throughout his age 38 season. With Anthony Rendon, Shohei Ohtani, and Trout certainly managing the heart of that Angels lineup, they appear to be in win-now mode. It's safe to assume that Mike Trout is currently untouchable, but if the Angels continue to lose, will they want to continue paying that hefty salary? This is where the White Sox could come into play. Remember, the Texas Rangers moved on from one of the all-time greats in Alex Rodriguez. The Angels are a fringe city of LA, so they sometimes have a better financial state than the Dallas-Arlington metropolitan area. That being said, A-Rod never had a major secondary piece around him. One could make the case that Rendon and Ohtani have enough upside to lead the Angels into wanting to keep Trout. However, they've gone all in before and failed. What's to say this 2021 team will make its first postseason appearance since 2014? What would a Mike Trout trade potentially look like for the White Sox? Let's just say he won't be cheap. There is no shortage of young talent on the south side and throughout their farm system. If the Angels choose to take the same rebuilding route that the White Sox took in 2016, there's no better place to look at than the Sox themselves. White Sox fans are used to giving up major league talent for young potential stars, so this will be some of a role reversal these past 4 years. However, a trade for Trout is certainly different than the James Shields Fernando Tatis Jr. debacle. Shields was never a Hall of Fame pitcher, whereas Trout is one of the game's greatest ball players. Anyway, let's take a look at some of potential trade packages between the Sox and the Angels. Considering how big Trout's contract is, it might take a third or even fourth team to make this deal work. Remember, the A-Rod trade almost involved 3 teams back in 2004, between the Rangers, White Sox, and Red Sox. That was a supposed 3-team blockbuster that would have involved A-Rod, Maglio Ordonez, and Nomar Garcia Parra. In this mega deal, the Angels receive Yohan Moncada, Andrew Vaughn, Jared Kelly, Matthew Thompson, and the White Sox receive just Mike Trout. In this trade package, the Angels jumpstart their rebuild with two cornerstones at first and third base in Moncada and Vaughn. Moncada has already proved he can compete at the major league level, and Vaughn has all the makings of a great first baseman. The Angels also receive two young but very strong arms in Jared Kelly and Matthew Thompson to help bolster their rotation for the future. I would call this trade a slight win for the Angels, especially since Moncada can also play second base if needed. Another trade could be the Angels receiving Vaughn, Michael Kopech, Garrett Crochet, Nick Madrigal, and Jared Kelly. The White Sox receive Mike Trout and Griffin Canning. In this potential trade package, the Angels completely decimate the White Sox farm system. The Southsiders would be giving up all 5 of their top prospects in return for Trout and a solid young starter in Griffin Canning. I'm sure the White Sox would be wary to do this trade and have to completely revamp the farm system, but when it's the best player in baseball, you never know. Besides, second base is more of a luxury than a necessity, which is why Madrigal is included in this trade scenario. I would rate this trade about even for both teams, especially because Madrigal sometimes only bats 9th in the batting order. For the Angels, they could also receive Eloy Jimenez, Michael Kopech, Nick Madrigal, and Jonathan Stever, and the White Sox would receive just Mike Trout. In this trade, the White Sox are giving up the extremely powerful bat of Jimenez, along with a great young arm in Kopech. They also give up their 2018 third overall pick, Nick Madrigal, and prospect Jonathan Stever. While I love Eloy, personally as a White Sox fan, I would make this trade in a heartbeat. With an outfield of Mike Trout and Luis Robert, it hardly matters who that left fielder is, as long as he can perform at an average level. I would call this trade a win for the White Sox. In fact, this trade scenario allows the White Sox to keep Adam Eaton in right field. Eaton has, of course, played Gold Glove winning defense in right field and was a major contributor when the Nationals won the World Series in 2019. Keeping Eaton on the roster is a huge plus because this trade allows Trout to occasionally play left field. The White Sox want to preserve Trout's career as much as possible, which means having him occasionally play the 7th position. Unfortunately, as Sox fans know way too well, Jerry Reinsdorf has been very timid to go into his pocket for superstar players. Would Reinsdorf be willing to play roughly $30 million that Mike Trout commands on his contract each year? It's hard to say. Remember, teams want to avoid the luxury tax at all costs. This is the main reason why the Red Sox moved on from Mookie Betts. Reinsdorf knows that the current White Sox team is capable of winning now, despite only having the 15th highest payroll in Major League Baseball. One benefit the White Sox have for the future is if they want to trade any of their core players, they're all on cost-controlled contracts and, of course, locked up for a long time. This will make players such as Jimenez and Moncada look much more intriguing to potential trade suitors if that day arrives. In other words, Jimenez and Moncada have team-friendly deals. This would help the Angels front office absorb the Trout trade more easily because they can make future free agent moves without worrying about the luxury tax. If somehow a trade for Mike Trout to the South Side were to go through, the Angels would be committing to a full-blown rebuild. They obviously love Mike Trout, but throughout the course of his career, they've struggled to put a competent team around him. Even this year with the additions they've made, I still don't believe it will be enough to make a deep run into the playoffs. They lack quality starting pitching and bullpen depth. Mike Trout could be on the move in the coming years, and I'm sure any White Sox fan would love to have him. The question that Reinsdorf and Hahn need to be asking themselves is, can Trout give the White Sox a better chance of winning the World Series in 2021 and 22 if they're still able to keep Robert Abreu and a couple of other pieces in addition to getting Trout? It would certainly seem the case, especially if Yermin Mercedes continues to be a force at the dish. Do the White Sox really need Moncada, Jimenez, Vaughn, and other pieces if they have the greatest of all time in center field? Time would only tell. If the White Sox were to make a move of this magnitude, it would make waves throughout not only Chicago, but the entire Major League Baseball. Chicago's never seen a baseball player this good in the city, and he would be an instant star. And yes, that includes the likes of Ernie Banks, Frank Thomas, Billy Williams, Luke Appling, and other notable Hall of Famers for the Cubs and White Sox. The White Sox would undoubtedly have to give up a core piece, being one of Robert Jimenez Moncada, or completely drain the entire farm system to keep the Major League roster intact. Both of those methods to acquiring Trout have cons, but you can never be disappointed in getting the best player on the planet. All in all, there are 3 major obstacles that stand in the way of Mike Trout and the black and white pinstripes. The first is the Angels have to be shopping Mike Trout. It certainly looks like he's untouchable, as the Angels look to make one more last push these next couple of years competing with Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon on the roster. The next obstacle would be the White Sox agreeing to part ways with major pieces of the organization to acquire a player of Mike Trout's caliber. We have rarely seen the White Sox make a move of this sort in the immediate past, as normally it's the White Sox giving up superstars for young talent and prospects. Some people were shocked when they gave up Dane Dunning for Lance Lynn, but it's a move that winning teams must make. Dunning was the starting pitcher of last season's elimination game against the Athletics. The third and arguably hardest obstacle to overcome would be convincing Jerry Reinsdorf to pay Mike Trout's salary. As I mentioned earlier, he signed a 12-year, $426 million contract last offseason, making him the highest paid baseball player in history. Not only would he be the highest paid player in White Sox history by far, he would be the highest paid athlete of all time in the city of Chicago. The bottom line is, while any White Sox fan would love to buy a Sox jersey that says Trout on the back, there isn't really a path to make that reality currently. With Jerry Reinsdorf operating the Sox like a mid-market team in a major market city, it's a long stretch to say he would commit to paying a salary that high. Should the White Sox trade for Mike Trout? Absolutely. He immediately makes them a World Series contender for the next 11 years, regardless of who you give up for him. Will the White Sox actually trade for Mike Trout? If I've known anything about the Sox in my life, most likely not. But what do you think? Make sure to comment below and subscribe to Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
My name is Mary Ellen Schneider, and I'm the Fine Arts Department Chair at St. Ignatius. I'm proud to say that we probably have at least 50% of the student body involved in one of the visual or performing arts throughout their career here. It's important for the students to be involved in the arts here because they learn something that they can enjoy for a lifetime. There's no cap on how old you can be to be a musician or a visual artist and create. Our talented students are very creative. Beautiful things are displayed around the school. They also get very excited about productions and concerts, performing for others. And there's so many options for you and so much for you to have fun with. I love being department chair because it's exciting to be able to lead a group of other artists and to see them be able to be involved in the arts. Sometimes at the high school level, it becomes very selective. We have so many things here that are inclusive.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a...
My name is Mary Ellen Schneider, and I'm the Fine Arts Department Chair at St. Ignatius. I'm proud.
Welcome to the pregame show brought to you by St. Ignatius College Prep Athletics. I'm Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young men matter. On Senior Saturday, it's the battle of I-290. It's St. Ignatius against Fenwick. First of all, we'll start on the right. Your name, your position, and what playing baseball at St. Ignatius College Prep has meant to you.
I'm Aiden Callahan. I play center field. And I think playing here has kind of just helped me make a lot of good friends and everything, so it's built relationships. So that's probably my favorite part about it.
It's just a beautiful campus. Does it feel pretty cool that right next door is Curtis Granderson Field?
It is pretty cool. I wish we could play there more, but it's pretty cool. It's cool to have the skyline in the background.
Absolutely. Beautiful St. Ignatius College Prep. And Fenwick isn't too shabby either. Your name, your position, what playing baseball at St. Ignatius has meant to you.
I'm Evan Stewart. I play shortstop. And like Aiden said, just like the friendships we made on this team, we're a close group of guys, so it's been fun having this season with these boys.
It's a pretty big rivalry, Oak Park against Chicago. Did you play with these boys younger when you were a travel ball player?
Not so much, but I play football, and we unfortunately lost to them this year, so this is a big game for us.
So the rivalry continues. You beat them in 2019. They beat you this year, maybe 2021. Fall season will be St. Ignatius this year for football?
Yeah, hopefully.
What's it going to take for a win today?
I think just not giving them any base runners, any free base runners, no walks, trying to just throw strikes. That's kind of the main thing we should focus on. 'Cause our offense is typically, we can hit, so I think we just need to worry about throwing strikes. That's pretty much it.
I like that you brought up no base runners. There's been a lot of no-hitters this year. I'd love to get a younger player's perspective. Do you like how many no-nos there's been so far in baseball, or do you like, I'd rather see home runs and base hits and doubles?
I will say, as a fan, I like to see the home runs and the base hits and the doubles. I don't like to see all the no-hitters, but it is cool. It is cool to see that pitching is taking such dominance now in the league, and I don't know, I think more of as a fan, it's fun to see some big hits and 500-foot homers and all that stuff, but it's pretty cool, I guess.
Evan, I like the same question. What do you think? Too many no-hitters in baseball today?
No, I think it's definitely cool that a lot of pitchers are getting no-hitters. That's good for them, but like Aiden said, I like to see the long ball too, so.
What are we going to see out of the pitching staff today in terms of repertoire, pitch selection, etc.?
Well, we have Marty Boyle on the mound today. He's a University of Tampa commit, so I expect a good game from him.
Final thoughts about the game today?
I think we just need to hit the ball, throw strikes. That's it. Simple as that.
Baseball's an easy game, right? You pitch the ball, you catch the ball, you field the ball. Sometimes it rains.
Yep, do the little things right. That's it.
All right, guys, on three, go St. Ignatius. 1, 2, 3.
Go St. Ignatius.
That's the pregame show. Coming up next, our play-by-play broadcast. You're watching St. Ignatius against Fenwick here on YouTube Live.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot and a goal. So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Good morning, everybody. It's time for Sports Broadcast Solutions. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Mark Carmen. Mark Carmen on play-by-play duties. I'm on color. Mark Forden on videography today. And it should be a good one, the Battle of I-290, St. Ignatius against Fenwick. So, Mark, have a good game, and you can't get much better than this rivalry.
Yeah, Kyle, don't go too far here because this is going to be rivalry central, and it is summertime, man. We got a good... I don't want to, jump into my weatherman act here, but I think it's a good 80 degrees out here. I haven't checked the numbers, but it feels it. And we're going to get sunburned today, Kyle. You are, of course, are not well protected right now, so I'm a little worried about you. I'm wearing the number 50. I feel good about myself. How, yourself?
I did not put on sunscreen, but...
See, preparation is key in life.
It's true, and I'm going to go with a rookie mistake again. I'm going to try to risk it, but I will probably get burnt. But that's okay. No pain, no gain. It's a little bit windy today. We'll give you the lineups. That's brought to you by St. Ignatius College Prep Athletics. For the Friars, to start off this game, they're going to have Wicker leading off. He's at shortstop. Juan at third, the two-hole hitter. In the 3 spot is Mazzacci. In the cleanup spot is going to be Powers. Batting 5th in left field is Coffey. Donnelly, the catcher, 6th. In right field is Breslin. Pitching and no DH today. He's going to hit Corrigan on the mound and Gonzalez at first base. And Mark will give us the lineups for St. Ignatius College Prep.
St. Ignatius leading off in the left field is Gladden, number 19. And then at shortstop today, batting second is Stewart, number 27. The center fielder, Callahan, will bat third, number 20. Your catcher is in the 4th spot today, Scott. And right field, batting 5th is Ward. Moynihan is your first baseman, batting 6th. And then you have a combo batting second of Johnson and Boyle. Boyle is on the mound, and Martin Boyle is one of the stars here of St. Ignatius, as you know, Kyle, headed to the University of Tampa, where he is going to hopefully have a great career. He's pitching today, so that'll be very interesting to see how he does in this rivalry game. Duff is at third, batting 8th, and Thaxton, the second baseman, batting number 9, like a young Mark Carmen would have as a good second baseman, 9-hole hitter, sometimes leading off, Kyle. But this is, you have your best pitcher on the mound in a rivalry game, and as we have had just a great season of baseball. And again, you were talking to some of the players before the game, and I'm overhearing the conversation. And it's, we lost to them in football. We just nearly got drilled by a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. This is not just one sport. This is a whole encompassing school. We lost to them in football. We have a chance to beat them in baseball today.
Yeah, it's the Battle of I-290. Right next door is Oak Park. We're on the West Loop here at St. Ignatius College Prep, Little Italy, right next door. So it's a big rivalry. These kids play travel ball with each other. One of the biggest rivalries in the state, and you can throw out the records when these two play. I know that's really cliched to say, but really you do, because that's how big this rivalry is. It's not just about baseball. They add it up. Who won in softball? Who won in water polo? Who won in football? And then at the end of the year, those are the bragging rights. Who won the most rivalry games? Obviously, in volleyball and water polo, you might play each other twice. Baseball, you play each other twice as well. But that's how big this rivalry is. It's not just about who won in football. It's about, obviously, baseball today and just overall who has the better athletic program. Fenwick or St. Ignatius, today we get to see who has a better baseball program today.
So Martin Boyle is warming up right now for the Friars, and left-hander, looks solid as you would imagine. And behind us, another lefty, as we're nearly getting taken out over here. Are you on your toes? Because we've got balls coming from the warm-up on the field, and then right behind us, this is, and Dom Corrigan, by the way, warming up for Fenwick, looks fantastic. I'm saying a solid fastball, good-looking curveball, interesting mound matchup tonight with a battle of lefties. 7 innings of high school baseball coming at you, and, of course, we always appreciate being out at St. Ignatius. I've gotten to do some soccer and lacrosse and now baseball. You, of course, did football as well. We love coming out to one of the best places you can possibly be for high school sports in the entire state, and especially, obviously, the city of Chicago. And as was also said in the pregame, key to these games, simple game. Can you throw strikes? Can you pick up the baseball? And then eventually, you're put some runs together. But first things first is to not give the other team opportunities that they have not earned.
Baseball is a simple game. You throw the ball, you hit the ball, you catch the ball, sometimes it rains.
You're a big Bull Durham fan, aren't you?
I like it. I don't love it. Major League will always be my favorite baseball movie, but there's some funny parts in Bull Durham. I just don't like it that much because it's a AAA movie. I'm sorry, but it's got to be about Major League Baseball. It's AAA. I mean, it's not Major League Baseball. I can't get into it that much.
Nick LaLoosh was headed to the majors, man. This is I can't believe what you just said. I'm a little stunned, actually. All right, here we go with Martin Boyle on the mound as our first pitch of the ball game is underway, and that is a fastball taken for a strike. Count is 0-1. Wicker, the shortstop, leading off here for the Friars. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Pitch. Just a little outside. We're down the first base line here just a little bit, but we can still hear the umpire. That was a nice little added bonus right there. 1-1. Didn't know we'd be able to hear him, so we've got a good verbal blue behind the plate. Curveball way high. Don't need to hear him on that one. 2-1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Takes a good poke to get it out of here. But we do have fences today, and your easiest shot is going to be to right field.
This is a St. Ignatius team. Some boys are going to be playing college baseball next year. We talked about Martin Boyle. Don't forget about Michael Johnson. He's going to be playing at John Carroll University. And Emmanuel Scott, how about that? He is going to play baseball at Xavier. He will be a Division I baseball player.
That is tremendous. Congratulations. It's a 3-1 count here. See if Boyle can battle back here. Bring it full. Pitch. Ooh.
Swung at ball 4.
Yeah, top of the zone there. Perhaps you are correct. It might have been a little high. 3-2. I'm about swing the bat. You don't walk off of Fenwick. You swing your way to college baseball.
I think at this point, Mark, with them being under 500, they're just looking for any kind of base runner they could get a big rally going.
Oh, there it is. All right, apparently I had the count wrong. Now it's 3-2. It's impressive to not be able to count the first bat of the game. Normally fatigue catches in the 6th inning. But slow start for me, apparently. 3-2. Pitch. There it is, ball 4 outside. Good at bat to start the ball game for Wicker. Worked it full and got himself on. And did you hear that shout out in the Fenwick dugout? The perfect game is done. A little chatter out here.
No, still intact.
The no is indeed still intact. That is true.
And if you're Fenwick, you're in a rivalry game like this. That was close to a balk, by the way, but luckily he did not put that striding foot more than a 45-degree angle for the balk.
I'll let you call all balks today. It's a good solid lead, though, at first for Wicker. Pitch, bunted. Boyle's going to pick it up to go to first. Underhand scoop, and that will get the runner. Juan retired. Runner down to second, little old school. And we had a runner in scoring position. Good work, good work, good work. I mean, we're right here next to the Fenwick bench. I almost feel like we might as well give high fives when they come on in here. That would be unprofessional, right, Kyle?
A little bit, especially since the client technically is St. Ignatius anyways.
I got that part of it. I think St. Ignatius appreciates that. All right, here comes Will Mazzocchi, the senior, batting 3 today with a runner in scoring position.
And Mazzocchi, one of the best hitters on this team. The only problem with St. Ignatius, for Fenwick, don't have a lot of power, so they're going to have to manufacture runs. We saw it early on. No homers according to Game Changer, which, of course, in high school isn't a big deal, but you'll see some of these teams that can hit that ball out of the ballpark. Fenwick, not one of them thus far this year, but they do a good job at getting those doubles, getting those singles, and getting those runners in.
A little bit late on a fastball. 2 strikes on the batter with a runner at second. 1 out here. Top of 1 just underway. Beautiful backdrop. Pitch. In the air to left center field. Going back and making the play, well positioned the left fielder. That was a good poke by Mazzocchi. Hit it well. And indeed, a very good swing with 2 strikes there, Kyle.
It was, and early on in the game, you just can't tag on a play like that. Maybe if it's top of the 7th, you would consider, but this early on, you just got to hope that your cleanup hitter can drive you in.
You have another duck still out there for the cleanup hitter. Went around on a fastball. 0-1.
If you're going to swing, you got to mean it, especially on 0-0. If you're not ready for it, you just got to let that ball go past you. You don't want to waste a swing.
This is junior Greg Price, standing 6'4" tall on an 0-1 count. That one's down low, 1-1.
Yeah, good idea. You're heading the count. See if he'll chase something out of the zone. Had some movement on that breaking ball, but he missed. Let's see what the University of Tampa recruit can throw on 1-1. I'm thinking change up on the outer part.
I like the Kyle's going bull with a change-up call here. Look out at second. Pitch. High on a curveball. 2-1. Perhaps a little amped early here. Has not completely settled in to his stuff, and that's the case a lot of times for pitchers. First inning can be the most difficult.
For Javier Vasquez, it was always the 5th inning.
If you missed that reference, Kyle is a huge White Sox fan and is very disappointed that Andrew Vaughn hit into a triple play last night against Aroldis Chapman. Down low, fastball cut on, hit foul, 2-2.
It was funny because our boy Bob Vilsaway was like, you need to bunt in that situation. There is no way I'm putting Andrew Vaughn in a position to bunt.
I mean, I love Bob, and he's got great knowledge, but he's rarely right. 2-2.
I mean, it was just a freak thing. It was hit right at the third baseman, triple play.
Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, strike 3. The Friars do get the leadoff man on, get him down to second, but they do not score. End of half an inning. Fenwick, nothing. St. Ignatius coming up. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. Other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Bottom of the first, here we go. No score with St. Ignatius and Fenwick. Beautiful day for baseball. The big left-hander on the mound, Dom Corrigat. Dom is coming in a little bit taller than me and you, Kyle. He's 6'3", junior. And he's got a little juice on that fastball and seeing the off speed as well.
He's got great control. 44 strikeouts, just 12 walks. In fact, he almost has as many hit batters as walks on the season. 7 hit batters, 12 walks, 44 Ks, and only 8 earned runs. He's given up 20, but the defense hasn't always been behind him. Only 8 of those are earned. So an ERA of 2.67, whip just above 1.4. So if St. Ignatius wants to score today, they're going to have to earn it because Mr. Corrigan doesn't really walk people.
Just hit the backstop on his last warm-up. Don't read too much into that as we are going to lead it off here for St. Ignatius.
Michael Gladden in left field, number 19.
Michael Gladden, a 2022 grad-to-be, is indeed leading it off here. And the first pitch on the way. Ooh, swung on, hit deep to left field, going back, looking up, and that one is out of here. A leadoff jack. Michael Gladden, whoa.
That's one way to get it done. A home run, first pitch. I was wondering why left field was so deep on the leadoff hitter. But how about that? Michael Gladden showing his inner Ricky Henderson with a leadoff bomb. First pitch of the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack bench up and enjoying that one as they should be. I mean, that was smoked. All right. But as they say in the business, only one run, and if you're Fenwick, you got to get right back on the bump here. Comes down Corrigan. The first pitch to the second batter, Stewart, was a little high.
And sometimes a position like that, you know, in a tie score, you kind of feel the pressure. Now you're like, well, I gave up a home run. Now I just got to settle down and throw strikes and not worry about my offense anymore. I'll do my thing, let my defense do their thing, and let my offense do the other thing.
Not how many times you fall down in life, it's how quickly you get back up, and that was a fastball getting right back up that Stewart was a little bit late on. Stewart going to Case Western Reserve University, as you mentioned. He had a walk-off homer against De La Salle. Batting second today, taking a strike. That was a good fastball. 2 strikes on the batter.
Yeah, pitching can sometimes be easy. If you can throw it over 85, you don't always have to get too crazy with the curveballs and sliders.
Challenge him with a fastball, outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good recovery for Dom, and there's one away.
Yeah, well, really easy. 3 fastballs, here it is, see if you can hit it. And he was late on the first one, couldn't make the adjustment, 3 fastballs and a strikeout.
Captain of St. Ignatius taking a strike. It's Aiden Callahan, who was gracious enough to join us on the pregame show.
He's going to be going to my alma mater, going to Marquette.
Let's go Golden Eagles?
Yep, they used to be the Warriors. Now they're the...
I almost said Warriors, and I realized that had changed, and then I had to work my way into a Golden Eagle.
They're now the Eagles of Golden.
The Eagles of Golden. Very nice. Pitch is low, but swung it on and missed. 2 strikes on Callahan.
Yeah, he's got a lot of movement on that 2-seam fastball. You're going to have to be ready in the box and possibly move up just a bit to get ready for it quicker.
Pitch by Dom. Top of the zone, little high. 2-2. Aiden Callahan, lefty on lefty. Pitch.
Oh, nice pitch.
Beautiful curveball. Strike 3. Callahan gone looking.
And that's why baseball's so great. It looked like Corrigan was giving up grapefruits, but first pitch home run, then he settles down and just looks excellent, like that home run never happened.
Emmanuel Scott, senior, headed to Xavier, as you mentioned, now in the batting box, taking a strike, 0-1.
I still remember that Burley game that he threw it under 2 hours, and he threw a complete game. He gave up like 4 hits, and 3 of them were to Ichiro. Sometimes there's one guy that owns you, so maybe Gladden is the one guy that can read him well. These other couple hitters not being able to read Corrigan thus far.
I mean, Corrigan had him way out in front on that pitch. That was a late time call there, as Dom Corrigan was all the way in his windup, but the batter was given time.
You can balk with nobody on base. It's a ball awarded to the batter. So if you see that as a pitcher and time wasn't granted, you can just continue to pitch and throw a strike over the plate.
Fastball over the catcher and the umpire. Perhaps a little extra juiced.
It's definitely a home field advantage for St. Ignatius. Very rare to have a varsity field have a small backstop, but they do, so you're not going to see a lot of steal homes today.
Fastball. Scott is late on it, and Corrigan comes back to get the final 3 batters of the inning. But the home run leading it off, Michael Gladden, 1-0 St. Ignatius. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Top of the second, 1-0 your score. St. Ignatius leading Fenwick. I'm still kind of buzzing over that Michael Gladden first pitch leadoff bomb. I have never seen that in a high school baseball game.
First pitch.
First pitch. I mean, smoked.
If I have, it's been a long time. I've seen a lot of interesting things. I've seen a guy lose his perfect game, no-hitter, shutout, and the game all in one inning off a 2-run homer and a base hit. But I don't think I've ever seen in a high school game, first pitch gone left field, and after that, Corrigan struck out the side. It's like that home run never happened.
Hey, he's got the stuff. There's no doubt about it. And sometimes, hey, you run into one. So, long way to go here. As the Friars and the Wolfpack will battle it out today's second inning. And the leadoff batter for Fenwick is... I just lost my score sheet. I'm sorry. It's Jack Powers, the junior, 5'10", wearing number 1. Oh, it's Coffee. Excuse me. Luke Coffee leading off. Check that. Powers made the final out of the first inning. So here's Luke Powers. Pitch.
And
little high. Boyle dealing to Luke Coffee, who is playing left field today. Got a beautiful look at Gladden's homer as it sailed over him out of the ballpark. 1-1, good fastball on the outside corner.
A lot of tall guys today, so we got bigger strike zones for the pitchers to work with.
Pitch. Hit hard up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff single. Luke Coffey takes the turn, and he'll stay right there.
You know, we talked about in the pregame show, throw the records away. It hasn't been the year that Fenwick would have liked, but big rivalry game like this, you can kind of erase all those bad feelings with the win over your biggest rival, especially on the road at St. Ignatius' home ballpark.
Caden Donnelly, catcher, stepping in. Nobody out here, top of 2. Pitch. In the air to left. Gladden is there, putting it away. Good piece, but right to the left fielder. Missed it just a little bit, perhaps. One out.
And, in hindsight, when you're getting lower in the batting order as the Friars are, possibly take a pitch. But you know what? At the same time, if it's in your wheelhouse, why not? It was in his wheelhouse. He just got a little bit under it, and a fly ball to left, 1 on, 1 out.
Can't be down on that. Aiden Breslin, the batter. Breslin is your right fielder today.
Some of the analytics will say take more pitches, work that count, but at the same time with a pitcher, it's more about pressure pitches than how many pitches he threw. Yeah, he might have thrown 120 pitches, but if he had 12 strikeouts, were those really pressure pitches?
Off-speed pitch down. Well, now you're getting into a tricky subject, Kyle, because how much talent is on the mound? What's their future?
And if they've had previous shoulder problems, previous rotator cuff problems.
That's a whole other animal. Swung on and missed.
But
I mean, as we look at Martin Boyle today, he's on his way to the University of Tampa. I don't know how much scholarship dough, if he's getting full ride, all that type of stuff. But, you're not going to run a guy like that into the ground per se. Swing and a miss on a pitch over his head, strike 3.
And I just bring it up because there's a lot of talk today about, we got to make sure he can't throw 80 pitches today. Well, that is true. But at the same time, if he's not allowing anybody on base and no walks, no hit batters, it's okay for the pitcher sometimes to throw 85 that day instead of 80.
Teeing up the inexact science that it is. There's no doubt about that. All right, here comes Dom Korgat, pitcher hitting today. That's how it should be, for the record.
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
absolutely not.
So there's well, we're not even talking about. We're not talking Major League Baseball. This is a high school player who should be swinging.
Remember when we had the DH last year in the COVID year? Weren't there National League teams that loved the DH? I remember a couple of National League teams that loved it.
Are you referencing the Northside Ball Club with a Kyle Schwarber? Ooh, that ball is smoked. Right center field. The center fielder is there. Good piece by Dom. But the Wolfpack positioned well. Callahan put it away. Couple of hard hit balls and a base hit, but the Friars do not dent the scoreboard. 1-0. We've played 1.5. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Kyle Smith alongside Mark Carmen. It is 1-0 St. Ignatius as I change the score. And really, story of the game, Michael Gladden with a leadoff homer. And after that, Dominic Korgat has been brilliant. Really, both pitchers have been about the same. Michael Gladden has just been the story of this game. He hit that home run. Everybody else has had trouble hitting the ball.
Well, listen, when they were talking about this ballgame coming into today, you knew it was going to be a great pitching matchup, and we're seeing that. How long Dom is going to go and how long Martin Boyle will go, that's, I would think it's going to come close to at least 5, 6, and perhaps 7 innings today. But 1-0 your score here, and St. Ignatius will lead it off with the right fielder. Mr. Ward will step in here, and we'll see how he can handle Dom Korgat as we get on going here.
Good luck. From what I saw after Glad hit that homer, he was tough to get in at bat against.
Ward on the ground, and oh boy, Dom couldn't handle it, and then his flip to first was in the dirt. That scooted away, and hey, any old way you'll take it. Timothy Ward is on. Timothy, by the way, headed to Yale University.
Very intelligent guy.
Well, it was intelligent to run hard there because you never know what's going to happen. Ball came off the bat, a little squibber awkwardly. Still looked like he was going to be out, but then perhaps E1 at the finish.
It's an E1. It's official from the Fenwick Game Changer account. I would have awarded E1 as well.
Somebody already made that call and put it on the Game Changer account? That's amazing. Or did you just do that?
Nope. That's Fenwick's Game Changer. It's a good app.
Wow, I'm impressed.
One of my favorite apps. It changes the game. It's Game Changer.
That's exactly right.
We got 2-0.
2-0 and Andrew Monahan at the plate. The runner on first, nobody out.
They have 0-2 actually.
Dom in the stretch, pitch. On the ground up the middle, going to be fielded by the second base, steps on the back throw to first. Got him. Yes, he did. Double play. 4-3. Excellent job. Excellent job by Mizaki.
Yep. 4-6-3, so that's Mizaki to Wicker over to Gonzalez.
4-3. He grabbed it.
Oh, he tagged him?
And tagged the bag.
4 unassisted 3.
Yep. That was what was most impressive about that play is he did not rush his throw, knew exactly how much time he had, and got it over there just in the nick of time.
Mizaki also leads the team in slugging percentage. Outside for a ball.
It's a nice pickup by your defense, by the way, after an error. Nothing feels better to a pitcher than something like that.
Some pitchers are great at fielding their position, Maddox and Burley, and then you have Crochet. He can throw at 100, but fielding, not so much.
Curveball just a little high. Dom wanted that one.
David Wells would sometimes have some issues fielding that ground ball as well.
Bringing up all the solid names. That pitch is down low.
Greatest White Sox pitcher in all time, David Wells. Followed closely by Todd Ritchie. Absolutely
Wells
not.
had some moments, though. Didn't he throw a no-hitter?
David Wells? Not with the White Sox.
Not with the White Sox?
No. He threw the perfect game with the Yankees. Then David Cohn threw it the next year.
Okay. Am I remembering this wrong that David Wells had at least one good year with the White Sox? Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah, he had no good years.
Well, no good years. I'm going to the book. Corrigan gives up a error to start the inning, but then a double play and a strikeout. We have played through 2. 1-0 St. Ignatius. You're listening to SBS, a broadcasting home for everybody.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Top of the third, Corrigan. He's had his best stuff today, and even when he's in some jams, he's found his way out of it, helped by his defense as well. 1-0 score, top of the third. And Mark, dare we say we could see a 1-0 game today? It's only top of the third, but both pitchers have their A game today.
I would dare say that we are not going to have that, because you know why, Kyle? We've seen a lot of good contact. There's been some hard-hit balls on both sides, including the solo bomb to start the game. So I think we're going to, but the defense has been excellent, so it's going to, you're going to have to earn it today, at least to this point. So minus the one little fielding blip that did not cost Fenwick. So I think we're going to have some runs on the board. But, again, 2 quality pitchers going at it, so I suppose anything is possible here as Martin Boyle will start the 3rd inning. Leadoff batter is Gonzalez, the first baseman for Fenwick.
Luis Gonzalez, former star of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and now he plays for Fenwick.
Careers can go in a variety of ways, as I've witnessed personally. Luis is a junior. count is
1-0.
1-0. Lefty on lefty. Pitch is high for a ball. 2-0.
We don't have the dimensions of this field. It looks a little bit shallow because they do share this. Right behind it is the practice field for football. But, yeah, all the outfielders today, regardless of the dimensions of this field, they are playing deep today, especially when Gladden's at the box.
See if Boyle can find the strike zone here. He cannot. 3-0.
And just like you're mean, pull that trigger, baby. You mean Mercedes, the 3-0 thing?
I have so many thoughts on that. I just I had to pause to think, how much am I going to get out here? Good curveball to get it to 3-1.
My buddy sent me a text message with a shirt that says 3-0 swing away, # White Sox. It's so great. I'm thinking about buying it.
15-4, getting a sign from your Hall of Fame manager. Swing and a miss, 3-2. And the only thing that bothered me about it from your means perspective, not the swing, not the homer, not even the point to the sky after a round of the bases, but then after getting called out, he said, I can't change anything.
Oh, my goodness, all the way back from 3-0, and he strikes him out.
Top of the zone, good fastball, and you did not ideally want to ever put the leadoff batter on, let alone the 9-hitter, and that was a good work back by Martin Boyle. That was ball 4, by the way.
It was, but that's what makes a four-seam fastball so important to your repertoire. Yeah, it'd be great to have a split finger. Yeah, it's great to have a forkball. But if you have movement on that four-seam, you're going to stay in this game a long time.
Here we go with the leadoff batters. We flip back around. The shortstop, Wicker, is up there. Apparently his nickname is Yosh, if I'm hearing this correctly.
It was a leadoff walk to start the game. He got over to second on the bunt, but was not able to score.
Yeah, worked a very impressive first at bat, no doubt about it.
Martin Boyle has not disappointed today. He is showing why he's playing baseball at the University of Tampa.
Fastball, Wicker late on that one. 2 strikes down on the batter. 1 down here, top of the 3rd. Pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Yosh wasn't sure if he did, but indeed he did. 2 down. Do you have him going around there? What was the Kyle Smith vantage point take?
Well, I'm going to go with the base umpire's take. He has a better angle than me, although he's a little bit further back, but he's right on the baseline. I think he went, and the way Boyle's pitching, he probably did.
Lucas Wan with a sacrifice bunt his first time up there, taking a strike.
There's a lot of bite on those curveballs and fastballs. It's hard to lay off, especially when you're behind the count 1-2. You got to fight off anything close. He probably went around.
No doubt about it. Pitch. Low. 1-1. Kyle Smith, by the way, for our Sports Broadcast Solutions audience, a former umpire at one point in your career, Kyle.
I'm still going to umpire some games this year, but I'm semi-retired.
Great way to give back to the game, make a couple extra dollars, pitches up top.
I've seen some great games, especially that Babe Ruth League game where the pitcher had a perfect game and the opposing pitcher only gave up 1 run, and then the opposing pitcher hit a 2-run homer to give himself the lead and get rid of the other pitcher's no-hitter. It was nuts.
Ball 3. Do you ever get caught up as an umpire in those moments where you want the story to continue?
For sure. I mean, you want to be unbiased, but it's an unwritten rule of baseball. I know the younger fans don't like it, but unwritten rule of baseball, if he's throwing a perfect game, anything close on 3-2, you got to ring him up.
Swing and a miss.
Milt Pappas is the prime example of that. He still thinks he had a perfect game in 1972. The home plate umpire disagrees.
Who was the umpire?
I forget who the home plate umpire was. 3-2 count. Pappas was working on the perfecto, and they called ball 4.
I forget who it was as well, but Milt Pappas and or Les Grobstein, do not forget. Ball 4, pitch in the dirt, so 2-out base runner here for the Friars.
And I know Clayton Kershaw will probably be in denial about it, but I don't think he likes Hanley Ramirez too much for making that E6 that cost him a perfecto against the Colorado Rockies.
Those are moments that are throw to first runner back. There are certain moments in life that you will never, ever forget, and you just named a couple.
I'm sure Hanley sometimes thinks about that errant throw against Colorado.
Inside corner for a strike.
Meanwhile, this might be a game that Fenwick and St. Ignatius might never forget. 1-0, an excellent pitcher's duel by both pitchers early on at the home of the Wolfpack.
No wind out here today. Sun coming down. Swing and a miss on a fastball a little bit late. Boyle now finding the range with both the heater and his curveball.
If he has a slider, this would be a good time to use it on 0-2.
He shook off. Wanted to throw the fastball.
You got to be careful. That's something you're not going to be able to do at Division II. 0-2, it's got to be outside the strike zone. You just can't throw a fastball middle part like that. That's going to be driven a long way at the D2 level. High school, you can get away with that on 0-2, but college, it's got to be out of the zone on 0-2.
Well, if they're not expecting it, that's one thing, but probably not exactly where he wanted.
See, that's a better pitch on 0-2.
Wow. Down and in. Caught the inside portion of the plate right at the knees. Strike three looking. And the Friars do not score here in the third. We have played 2.5. To the bottom of three we go. 1-0. That is your score. St. Ignatius on top. You are watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Hope you're enjoying the game. I certainly am. It's 1-0 St. Ignatius, a leadoff homer by Michael Gladden, and that's it. Dominic Corrigan, Martin Boyle have stolen the show with their performances on the rubber.
Yeah, this has been a pitcher's first pitch swing, deep center field, going back with room, and he'll make the catch. That was a good ride by William Duff, who's going to play some baseball at Illinois Wesleyan. Good charge to center, but one away.
Picture perfect route to the ball, though. Didn't panic, and he didn't run to the ball. He took a route to the ball. You do a nice little loop. You get yourself under it, used two hands, made the catch. That's the way you play the outfield at the varsity level.
He was camped. Pitch on the way, and 1-0. Good bottom of the zone fastball to Aiden Thaxton. Thaxton playing second base. Pitch. Fastball right down the middle, 0-2. This is Challenge City right now for Dom. The 0-2. On the ground to third. In the hole is going to be a tough play. Throw across the diamond, not going to get there. That's an infield single. Good battle by Aiden Thaxton on with two strikes on him. It was a little bit of off speed. He was late on the fastball, but he wasn't late on that, and put it in play and was able to beat it down the line.
And that's what's so great about Corrigan. He's getting ahead of hitters. He's getting outs with nobody on. You can risk that play. If there's a runner at first, you have to eat the ball.
Thaxton just started running and stole second. Corrigan was not paying attention to him. He just started running. Stole that one easily.
That's all on the base runner. I mean, as a lefty, are you really going to expect him to go on the first pitch? That's all on the runner. I don't really blame Corrigan. I just don't expect it on the first pitch.
So runner at second here with one out.
A righty, you could kind of blame the pitcher on that, you always got to keep him close. Lefty, because you have the advantage, because you can do that little lefty move to first. That's just all great base running by the Wolfpack.
Pitch in the dirt. I'm paying attention to Thaxton out at second because that was a phenomenal base running player. Not a lot of players, particularly on the high school level, have that level of sense of how to take advantage of a situation. And he did beautifully there. And he's getting a good secondary lead out at second right now, looking to become the second Wolfpack run of the game.
3-0, I personally would put Gladden on after that at bat he had the first inning, but they're going to pitch to him.
Taking a strike. Gladden throwing his bat as he thought it was ball 4.
No, that was right at the knees, baby. It's time to swing.
He apologized to the umpire, and the Friar dugout gave him a little pitch on 3-1. On the ground to third, just foul.
Oof. That's the reason why I don't want to pitch to Gladden there. He is just seeing the ball well out of Corrigan's hands. That close to being a double. 3-2. Remember, first is still open. You don't have to throw a strike. You can just throw your best pitch, and it doesn't have to be a strike.
Let's see if Corrigan challenges him here, though. 3-2. I would think at this point, this particular bat especially is personal after the leadoff home run. Let's see. Pitch.
Oh, my goodness.
Beauty. Strike 3.
And that, my friend, is why the managers at Fenwick are smarter than I am. I would have put Gladden on. He comes all the way back from 3-0 with a big-time K. It's kind of like that Mia Hamm, Michael Jordan commercial. Whatever you can do, I can do better. Martin Boyle comes back from a 3-0 count. Now Dominic Corrigan does the same thing.
Runner going to third. Throw down. I think he's got him. He does. Wow. Huge momentum getting out of that inning for the Friars with the coming back from 3 on a strikeout and a throw down to third to get the runner.
Base umpire got his money's worth there. That could have gone either way. Throw was there, but it was an excellent slide. He was able to get to the bag. I don't know, Mark. What do you think?
Close enough. You're out. I liked it. Let's go to the fourth. You're watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Top of the fourth, St. Ignatius 1, Fenwick 0. Michael Gladden. Not only does he have a leadoff homer, Mark, but he almost got a RBI double that half inning.
Yeah, it was a great at bat and really kind of a defining moment of this ball game so far. To come back from 3-0, where on the 3-0 pitch he flipped his bat because he thought it was ball 4, and the Friar bench got into it there. And then to come back and get him looking on a curveball, super impressive. So this is, you can feel the rivalry of this game going on. We're hearing some of the chatter over here. This is really what it's all about, honestly, on the high school level. It's
Sure.
really, it's fun to be a part of.
Glad to be here. We covered St. Ignatius Fenwick for football. That was a fantastic game, and baseball is not disappointing either. We're already halfway through. It's 1-0 Wolfpack.
And Martin Boyle stays on the mound here. Obviously has to give it up anything. Seems to be getting stronger. Fastball right down the middle, swung on and missed. 0-1.
Obviously, you got to analyze his pitch count. As he's going to be playing baseball next year, you don't want to put him in an injury situation. But a big game like this, you almost want Boyle to go 7 if he wants to go 7.
This is Jack Powers, the cleanup hitter for the Friars, getting it started here.
0-2.
Off-speed pitches, no good. Top of the fourth. What are we looking at? What are you pointing at?
No, in case you can't see it here, it's over there as well in the electronic scoreboard.
Oh, I see. I got
Yep.
it. I got it. Oh, so are you in control of both those things there, Kyle?
No, just that's the backup in case I fell behind.
I see. Okay, this professional operation going on here. Top of 4. We're playing 7. It's 1-0.
We might play 9. We might play 15. This might go on forever.
I know you're anti-swing and a miss, strike 3.
I'm just anti-7 at the major league level. I'm fine with it for high school. Just you got to play at least 8 in majors. I'm not all for the 7-inning doubleheaders.
Boyle seems to be getting loose out there. That pitch had some extra little juice on the top of the zone, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah, for Fenwick, I think they got to do what they did in the top of the first. Get a base runner and a bunt. Obviously, with 1 out, it's tougher to do that, but going to have to manufacture some runs, and you can't think about getting ahead 2-1. You got to think about just tying the score right now, get it to 1-1, then you work your way from there. And the way you work your way from there, first get a base runner.
Well, that's where we got to get to. And Luke Coffey at the plate had a single up the middle his first at bat. Takes down. It is 2 balls and no strikes, with 1 out here in the fourth.
2-1. It's got to be your pitch.
Boyle delivers. Fastball just outside. 3-1.
It's got to be on the inner part down the middle. If it's on the outside part, unless you feel confident and you can read it in his windup, probably need to take that outside fastball.
Pitch. That's ball 4 low. So 1 out base runner for Fenwick.
Remember, it's high school baseball today, so you can enter and re-enter. So if you want to do a runner, he can enter, and then your original starter can re-enter.
Caden Donnelly, who ripped one his last time up as well, so we'll see if he can get another good piece. Boyle's pitch. Outside corner. Great job by the catcher framing that one. 0-1.
One of the lamest sayings I ever heard, but it works. Take him to Michael's. Get him a frame. Is that a dad joke for you?
That is out of left field. The fact that you know what Michael's products is, like the only Michael's I know is out in Highland Park, Illinois, where they have a great cheddar fry. But I do on deep research remember that Michael's does that. Here's a ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. Runner down to second. Coffey will hold there. Donnelly up the middle, and all of a sudden Fenwick's got something going here in the fourth.
Because Fenwick has struggled at times to manufacture runs, it's not outside the question to bunt it down the third base line, especially if third base is playing back. But
it's aggressive with 1 out. I don't know. I think I'm going to let Mr. Breslin swing here.
It's all about if you practice those situations. If you don't practice bunting a lot, or you don't have a lot of bunters on your team, you got to swing away, obviously, here. But if you practice a lot of bunting, this might be a good bunting situation. Even a double steal wouldn't be out of the question.
Pitch. And that's a line drive to right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Runner going to third. He's going to be held there. The throw is in. Going to be trickled all the way to the plate. Bases are loaded. Coffey didn't get a great read on that, but even if he did, I don't think he could have scored.
Yeah, it's a little bit early to do an all-out send for your third base coach. You're looking for a big inning. Fly ball still ties up the score. Base hit now scores 2.
And let's see what Martin Boyle has here to get out of his first big jam of the game. In the windup with the bases loaded and 1 out pitch. Low for a ball. Of course, a lot of pressure right now on the catcher as well. Keep everything in front of you. That is huge. Emmanuel Scott behind the plate, of course, for St. Ignatius.
Breslin, Donnelly, and Coffey all with the hits for the Friars.
Pitch. Off-speed pitch for a strike. And reminder, Dom Corrigat, his first at-bat, got a big-time piece, smoking one of the outfield. So I'm sure he's feeling pretty confident up there right now. 1-1.
Oh, you got to wear that, kid.
Low for a ball. 2-1. You saying you should have gotten hit by that one?
You got to wear that. Tie up the score with the base on ball RBI.
I think Dom might be thinking slightly bigger than that. 2-1 pitch. In the air to left. That'll get at least one in. Going back at the wall. Making the catch is Gladden. Runner's tag. One's going to score down to third. And another one down to second as the ball gets away. Good backup by Martin Boyle, and we are tied up at 1.
Well, he gets the RBI regardless. It's a sacrifice fly. Not good relay by St. Ignatius on the cutoff. And that allows now 2 ducks on the pond and 2 dead. Now, Sean O'Connor was thinking about appealing at second. It's going to be close. I'm going to go to my videographer once this inning ends about how close it was on the tag. But O'Connor was thinking about appealing at second on that play.
I'll tell you, that ball kept carrying. It was a good job by Gladden going back and being there. For a second, I thought it was going to be well in front of the wall, but it was right at the wall. He nearly took that out of here.
Yeah, this is definitely a shallow park. They don't have dimensions here at St. Ignatius Ballpark.
But wow, that's aggressive. Catcher trying to help out his pitcher get out of the inning. 2 balls and no strikes. Perhaps Martin Boyle might be tiring, just announced right now.
Nobody warmed up yet for St. Ignatius. You wouldn't expect because Boyle has just been so dominant today.
In the air to right field. Calling for it is the center fielder, and he'll put it away.
Yeah, good job by Callahan on the catch. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now tied up. St. Ignatius and Fenwick, 1-1 here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
1-1 tie, bottom of the 4th inning. An RBI sacrifice fly by Fenwick earlier on in the game. Michael Gladden with a leadoff homer. That's where we stand right now, a pitcher's duel. Now, if you're St. Ignatius, if you're head coach Sean O'Connor, do you decide to have Martin Boyle finish this game to go 7, or do you consider going to the bullpen 5th, 6th, or 7th inning?
I don't think we're quite there yet, but I think it doesn't look to me, at least based on that last inning, that he's going to push all the way through here. But a lot of factors. Let's see, first off, if the Wolfpack can get to Corrigat here in the bottom of the 4th in a 1-1 game. And maybe it's just because we're on this side of the field, but the energy in the Friars dugout seems to be, at least from what I can tell, a little bit higher today than the Wolfpack. Are you noticing the same thing, or am I just in my own world here?
Well, we're on the Fenwick side, so obviously we're a little biased. We can't really hear St. Ignatius, but yeah, you might have something to that because you look at the record, St. Ignatius has a much better record, undefeated in the Chicago Catholic League thanks to that walk-off homer against De La Salle. But yeah, it seems like the energy level for Fenwick, this seems like their World Series. They've struggled this season, and this big rivalry game, they seem to have a bigger energy level right now than the Wolfpack.
0-2 to Evan Stewart. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Corrigat finding his rhythm. Stewart is down.
You just look at Dominic's previous games. Most hits he's ever given up in a game was only 7. 3 times this year he's only given up 1 hit.
Big, tall lefty now is really feeling it. Fastball swung on and missed, 0-1. This is Aiden Callahan. A little nubber in front of the plate is going to trickle foul. Callahan will have to come back. He in all likelihood was going to beat that out.
Good job by the catcher and Donnelly, getting right out of that play, going after the ball. You know, as a catcher in a hot day like this, you're going to get more tired as the game drags on, but the athleticism and the conditioning showing there. He was ready to go right out of the box to try to snag that ball and get a 2-3 put out. Did the umpire grant him time? He did. He didn't have to.
I think he wanted a new baseball was going on. There, but a little confusing. Either way, it's still 1-2. And that's going to be a line shot out to the shortstop. Good piece by Callahan.
Yeah, good job by Wicker staying with that play. A little soft liner, and those are the pros of playing deep. It's easier to make those plays coming in than having to go back to the ball. So good job to coaching staff Fenwick, having them play deep and an easy liner for the second out of the inning.
I thought he had hit it a little bit harder than he actually did. That was a fairly easy play. Fastball just outside. Emmanuel Scott, the Xavier University student to be. He started in center field in the state championship game as a freshman. Pretty good. And a team captain.
Wolfpack unfortunately lost that championship game, but you must be a pretty darn good player to be starting in center as a freshman in a state title game.
Yeah, I would think so. And an interesting transition behind the plate. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Catchers turn center fielders off the top of my head. Craig Biggio, Robin Yount. You got anybody else?
Not that I can think of.
Ooh, behind a fastball. And that one fouled over.
If you're a Little Leaguer at home watching this ball game and you're wondering why they're swinging at those pitches close to their neck, it's because it starts near the letters, and then that four-seam fastball makes it rise out of the zone, and it's so hard to lay off that.
Good job by Scott getting a piece right there. I guess maybe he had a towel in his back pocket that either the umpire wanted him to get rid of or was just bothering him, one of the two. Either way, we're back at it here, 1-2, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a ball, 2-2, a little high.
2-2, I'm thinking change up outside the strike zone.
That's what it was. Maybe in the zone, but it's certainly a beautiful off-speed pitch. Strike 3. Down goes the Wolfpack as we are going to the 5th. This is a good one. 1-1 your score. Thanks for being with us. You're watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
A 1-1 tie in the top of the 5th. They're going to stick with Martin Boyle. If you're just joining us, a leadoff homer by Michael Gladden on the first pitch, the top of the 1st, and then Dominic Corrigan helping out himself with an RBI sac fly with the bases full of Friars, and that's where we stand right now, 1-1. Fenwick has had their chances today. In fact, that inning where Dominic hit the sac fly, they had runners at second and third. They couldn't drive in either runner, but that's where we stand right now, 1-1, and partner Dominic Cargat is stealing the show right now, pitching and, of course, with that RBI sac fly as well.
Yeah, he's had a couple of great at-bats and does have the lone RBI of the game for Fenwick. The Friars have been threatening all day, pretty much at least. Martin Boyle's done a great job of getting out a couple of jams. The defense has been solid on both sides. Fenwick getting thrown out a runner at third trying to steal. That was impressive. This has been a hell of a baseball game as we go to the top of the 5th and see what Martin Boyle's got left in the tank. Pitch. Fastball, called a strike.
And for all the fans watching the Game Changer, funny stuff with this rivalry. On the Fenwick Game Changer, they called Boyle, disclaimer, this is a joke. Pretty funny stuff.
Matt Falzone at the dish here.
1-1 the count. Boyle trying to get back into a rhythm.
It's top of the order here for the Friars here, trying to get something going here with 1 ball and 2 strikes in a 1-1 baseball game. Pitch. On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw across the diamond is a good one. And there's one away. That's how you throw the ball across there, Kyle Smith. Good, solid cannon by Mr. Duff.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy little play, right? But even so, baseball is a sneaky, tough game. Even those little small ground balls, a couple steps to your left, you still got to field it cleanly because every error in a close game like this matters.
Lucas Wan taking a strike 0-1. You said that incredibly well. It doesn't look hard, but trust me, to step up even on a routine like that, play like that, and fire it across, it's a upper level skill.
I mean, I hate to bring up this point, but Clayton Kershaw lost a perfect game on a little ground ball to Hanley that he overthrew. I mean, it looks easy, but it really isn't.
Yeah, and that's a big leaguer. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. And I got to tell you, I'm going to out myself here, was not properly prepared for today. This sun is coming down. It is scooting hot out here, if you will.
At least you're not freezing your butt off like you did at York High School.
That's
for those football
true.
Games.
Fastball a little late on the cut. Cal moves to 2-2. Whew.
This is the time to just go with your best pitch.
Off speed, just low. Juan works it to 3-2.
Bullpen starting to get up for St. Ignatius, as you would expect. Going into the 4th, Boyle looked like he was going to pitch all 7. Now he's starting to tire a little bit.
The 3-2.
Oh, what a pitch.
Outside corner, strike 3. Beautiful pitch indeed for Martin Boyle. And there's 2 gone here in the top half of the 5th.
Give that man a paintbrush because he is painting those corners. What a pitch, right at the belt. 3-2. Excellent strikeout.
Here comes Mizaki. Nobody on. Boyle's trying to work a clean 5th inning here. Fastball swung on. Was a little high, but Mizaki swinging 0-1.
Yeah, sometimes a swinger that swings out of his toes a little bit, but he can hit that ball a long way, as evident by his leading the team in slugging percentage.
Mizaki trying to take one out of here as he swung out of his shoes at a pitch over his head.
Yeah, a little bit of that Sammy Sosa swinging for the fences swing. But you know what? You get another chance. It's 0-2. Now you got to protect a little bit. But, you know, if you hit a home run here, even on 0-2, I'm sure the coach would be happy with it.
Strike 3. Boyle challenged him outside corner. Mizaki is done, and so are the Friars in the 5th. 4.5 is played here, and we've got a 1-1 baseball game. You're listening to Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Bottom of the 5th, 1-1. I know every fan of baseball is different. Some like those high-scoring games, back and forth affairs. But you know what? I like games like this. Pitcher's duel, some timely hitting, great defense. And here's the thing about baseball. If you need the home run all the time, maybe you're just not the right fan for the game. That's my take on it anyways.
Baseball cannot be eliminating fans right now, Kyle Smith. We need.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you're not always going to have 7 to 6 ball games with all home runs. Sometimes you're going to have games like this. And if you don't like it, well, too bad.
I think everyone's liking it. I feel a tremendous group of Sports Broadcast Solutions viewers right now. Here's a pitch popped up on the infield. Easy play for the second baseman, Madsen. He puts it away, 1 out.
I just kind of meant more of Major League Baseball, how the game has become more of 2 walks and a home run instead of 2 singles and a home run. But
well, they got to do something. It's boring. I'm still, obviously I love baseball, always will. But get rid of the shift in my mind.
What?
Here's a little nubber foul. Fair ball, just inside the line, and the first baseman takes it to the bag. 2 down.
If you're watching at home and you're wondering what the call is, it's where it bounces. So it bounces over the bag. It's not where it lands. It's where it bounces over the bag. It bounced over the bag fair. It's a fair ball.
And that was a spinner. I thought it was going to cue out of their foul, but it did not. That was actually well fair. And 2 down. So quick inning right now here for Dom. Showing bunt, taking a strike.
And the way Dominic's pitching today, it feels like he could pitch 14 innings. He has just been fantastic ever since Gladden hit that home run.
This is Michael Johnson. He's going to play some baseball. John Carroll. Here's a ground ball to third the other way. Tough throw that's going to be high and a collision, and they're going to call him safe. I don't know.
I thought he might have been out, actually.
I mean, if they collided before he got to the bag.
Well, the runner has that baseline. That's his baseline. Yeah. But the fielder also has the ability to come down and tag after he grabs it out of the air. But, yes, the runner has the ability to run through the baseline, so there's no runner interference there. I thought he was on the bag first. Base umpire has better angle than I do. We'll go with his call. And now we got runner at first, 2 out.
Pitch is down for a ball. It's rare that you see a play like that, but and good thing that both those guys are okay.
That's what makes high school baseball sometimes more exciting than the pros. The pros, that's an easy 5-3 put out. High school, sometimes it's, man, I hope he makes that play.
Well, we were just talking about, you think that play is easy. He had to move a little bit to his right. Pitch in the dirt, down to second. Just like that, we got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here. St. Ignatius threatening.
And the pitching coach for Fenwick is going to talk it over with his star pitcher. And with 2 outs, if you want, you could have the outfielders cheat it a little bit, try to nab him at the plate on a base hit to the outfield. But at the same time, I think you just tell Dominic, hey, it's your game, man. You're pitching a beauty. Just throw strikes. Defense is behind you.
Very quick meeting on the mound. I'm wondering if they were just discussing whether or not they want to walk him or not.
Who do we got up, Mark? We got number 7. Duff is at the plate for St. Ignatius.
Short lead out at second. Curveball in there for a strike.
Everything is working right now for Dominic. He is in a groove. Off speed, fastball, curveball, it's all there today.
The 2-1. Wow, another strike on the top of the zone and perhaps on the outside corner right there. 2-2. Big moment in this ball game. Pitch. Ground ball just fouled out the right field line. Good piece. William Duff headed to Illinois Wesleyan.
Outfielder's very deep unless it's hit right to them, and they have a good arm. They might just have to cut it off, even though that's the winning run at second base.
There's a rip shot down the left field line foul. Good thing you're paying attention down there, fans. Hanging out because that ball was smoked.
Good contact, but it's just a very loud strike. See if he goes with an off-speed pitch here.
It was, and another line shot down the left field line. He's seeing that well. Now we're hearing the Wolfpack bench come alive.
Like I said, maybe the Wolfpack were a little bit complacent, a little overconfident going in. They trusted in the records a little bit too much.
Fastball got him,
no.
strike 3.
That was a bad call. Home plate umpire's been good all day, but that was ball 3. But it's a break for Fenwick. We go to the top of the 6th. It's 1-1. What a game here at the home of the Wolfpack. You're watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot and a goal. So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Top of the 6th. And you know, on the game changer it says Fenwick's record is 4-12, but as Hawk Harrelson used to say, Mark, it's not who you play, it's when you play them. And right now, Fenwick, whatever they've been practicing the last couple of weeks, it shows on the field today. This does not look like a 4-12 team. So St. Ignatius has a better record, but they're playing Fenwick at the wrong time.
I love when you reference the Hawk, who, as we all miss, as I hope is enjoying his retirement.
Golfing, calling Carl Yastrzemski every now and then, see how Carl's doing.
Well, yeah, it's a terrible imitation, but it's the best hitter I've ever seen, outside of Ted Williams. And all I'm really doing, Kyle, just to let you know, is turning Smirnoff into urine. And I've been hanging out, enjoying my life.
Do you know Hawk Harrelson's real name?
Ken?
Ken, yes.
Of course I know Ken the Hawk Harrelson. I've read Hawk Harrelson's book. In fact, I read Hawk Harrelson's book on my honeymoon roughly 2 years ago.
Did you read it to your wife on your honeymoon?
No, she was on her own fiesta. we did that one right. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. First batter here in the 6th inning. Martin Boyle still rocking and rolling on the mound. We don't have a pitch count for you, but
I'll get it for you in a second.
Oh, really? Wow, that's big time. Did not think we had that.
We do. Disclaimer, this is a joke. Has thrown 79 pitches, 50 for strikes.
79 for 50. And how many for Dom? You got that one too?
Yep. According to the game changer for Fenwick, Dominic Corrigat, 59 pitches, 45 strikes.
59-45, wow. Swing and a miss, by the way, strike 3. 1 gone here in the top of the 6th in a 1-1 game. And this one has been enjoyable as Luke Coffey steps in. He's had a good day at the plate.
The quality of the bats for Fenwick has been a lot better than St. Ignatius. 3 walks, 3 hits. You just got to get those runners in. If they got one of those 2 runners in with 2 ducks on the pond, they'd be leading this game.
Pitch is down for a ball, 1-0.
And that's, we talked to Fenwick before the game, and that's what they've said. They said, we have a good team. We just need to put it all together consistently. If we can do that, we can make a run at regionals.
Here comes the 1-0. Hit foul at the plate, 1-1.
Boylan, excellent pitcher. 9 strikeouts today. Corrigat, he only has 8. Come on, man, you got to get better than that.
9 and 8. All right, let's see if we can keep that one in the consciousness zone. Pitch. Down low, little off speed, 2-1.
2 hits, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, no walks given up by Corrigat.
No walks.
No walks.
Boyles walk 2?
3.
3, okay. High for about 3-1.
Those are those pressure pitches I'm talking about. He's not at 100 yet, but he's already given up 3 walks, and he's fallen behind again.
See what he's got here on the 3-1 coming back. A little shake off. And the pitch. In the air to right. Right fielder coming on, and he'll make the catch.
Excellent catch that time by Ward.
That was not super easy. That was, I think, number 10 out in right.
Did they make a change?
Leo Rugai.
Yep, the quarterback, Leo Rugai. Usually put your best arm in right field, and if you're a quarterback, you usually have a good arm regardless.
It's not an easy gig coming off the bench. Hey, go play right. And all of a sudden you get a ball like that coming at you.
Julio Franco was the best at that. That guy could hit until he was 75.
Oh, as far as, yeah. One of the great stances in baseball history, too. It was just so fun to watch up there. 0-1. Off-speed pitch. Fooled him. 0-2.
It's a shame that he didn't get to play in '94 in the playoffs since it got canceled due to the strike. But yeah, Julio Franco, Frank Thomas on that '94 Sox team.
The White Sox might have won the World Series that year, my friend.
They would have played the Expos probably in the World Series. 0-2 the count.
The 0-2 with 2 outs is called strike 3. That strike zone is expansive back there. To the bottom of the 6th we go in a 1-1 game. You're watching SBS, broadcasting home for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
It's a 1-1 game. Umpire strike zone behind home plate. It's a little bit big, but you know what? He's been consistent with it, and that's all that matters. As long as you're consistent with it from pitch number 1 to pitch number 101, that's all that matters. And bottom of the 6th, if St. Ignatius wants to win this game, Mark, they're going to have to swing the bat, because if it's anywhere close, they're getting rung up.
Ding, ding. The home plate umpire has been consistent all day long. And listen, baseball's way better that way. Just let me get a little
I'm with you.
Aggressive on it. We don't need a teacup strike zone, especially not on the high school level.
That's what I don't like about the robotic strike zone, because you see K zone, and it's like less than a quarter of an inch away from the strike zone, and the guy at the guy at the plate is arguing, "Oh, let's get a robotic strike zone. Why are you ringing me up, dude? It's right there. Swing the bat. It's that close." Let's let the umpires have fun. Let's keep the human element, and if it's that close, just ring them up. It's fine.
I mean, back in the day, if we go 90s and Atlanta Braves time, if you could paint the outside corner, they would give it to you, and even further out if you were consistent. There's a pitch hit in the air, the first pitch at the bottom of the 6th, but right to the center fielder, one away. That was a good piece and an aggressive swing. But Aiden Thaxton is out, who's doing a nice job in that 9-hole, by the way.
And the only thing I want to say about the robotic strike zone is it could cross right at the outside corner, but if the catcher catches it a little outside and the umpire calls it a ball, is that really that big of a deal?
I'm with you. Michael Gladden, the lone run today for the Wolfpack, home run to lead it off, and we're still sitting there with the 1 in the bottom of the 6th.
He's the lone person on the Wolfpack who's had good at-bats against Dominic. I know that another player has a hit, but Gladden was a half an inch away from having an RBI double to give them the go-ahead run. So he's been great. Other than that, Corrigat has been phenomenal on the mound.
Here's the 1-1. Another good hack at it. And indeed right on it, but fouled back, 1 and 2.
They might have to think about moving Gladden down in the batting order. He's got a lot of pop in that bat, but if he gets on base, it's good to have him in the leadoff spot as well.
Well, you want your best hitter coming to the plate often as possible. He fouls off a pitch that probably would have been a ball. His count stays 1 and 2.
Yeah, the days of the Juan Pierre leadoff hitter are still around, but
I miss them, but that is less and less the philosophy of baseball nowadays.
Now it's about analytics and just giving your best players more at-bats.
Chopper, going to be a tough play. Third baseman fields it over to first. Not going to get him. That's a base hit. That is the speed that you love in your leadoff hitter. Great job getting down that line in a hurry.
Unless St. Ignatius gets a grand slam, the sitting player of the game is definitely Corrigat, but in second place by a very small margin is Michael Gladden. 2 hits, could have had 3. He's just been phenomenal. Let's see if his teammates can get him over and get him in.
Huge lead over at first. Let's see if he's going here.
This is a Fenwick team. They've lost some heartbreakers this year. They actually started the year 2-1, but now 4-12 according to GC.com.
No look over at first. The pitch to the plate is low for a ball. 1-0. A little cat and mouse game right now. See how much Dom pays attention to Gladden over at first. Let's see.
He has the advantage being a
lefty. Now
lefty.
look over, right back to the plate. Ground ball, hit to second. Fielded cleanly, throw to short. Oh, boy. They're going to call. Yeah.
Yep. Good call.
The flip to second, and the runner slid into collided, I should say, with the shortstop. So he's ruled out, and the throw, too. And now a little conversation out there, too.
Gladden is pleading his case that he was just sliding into the bag. It doesn't matter. You can't put your hands up into the throwing lane. It looked like Gladden did that. It's got to be a clean slide straight into the bag. I thought that was the right call by the base umpire. What do you think, partner?
I don't think he was intentionally trying to do anything dirty there. He's just being super aggressive.
It doesn't matter. If you put the hands up, it doesn't matter. It's an invert.
It was the right call, 1,000%, but I'm just weighing in on I know the Friars right now seem a little bit upset. I don't think he was trying to do anything.
No, but I think they're just maybe just wondering why Gladden's pleading his case. It was clearly the right call, but in a game like this, tempers are high, and you want to win. It's a big rivalry game, and we'll stick with the action here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 tie. We will play normal baseball today. They're talking over base umpire, the plate umpire, but it was the right call. We will play normal baseball if it goes to extra innings. There is no California rule. We don't have to worry about lights, obviously, because we started at 10 a.m. So if we have to play 21 innings, we'll play 21.
I'm going to guess there are a couple people out there that don't know what the California rule is. Can you explain, Kyle?
So there's a lot of different versions of it. The most common is runner at second, which is the last out of the inning, and then every batter gets a 1-1 count, and you start the inning with 1 out. Now, how Major League Baseball is doing it, I hate, but whatever. They do it. Runner at second, 0-0 count, nobody out. I think it's completely stupid, but whatever. Rob Manfred, he's an intelligent man, so it's fine, but I hate the rule.
It's an interesting long season. I get what baseball's trying to do.
I get it, but why can't we just play 8 innings then? If you want to get the game over sooner, let's just play 8. It's better than a high school game because it's a little bit more than 1 inning, so it's like a little bit longer of a game. But you get out 1 inning quicker. What's wrong with 8-inning games?
Now all of a sudden you're messing with the record book. I don't know.
But the 7-inning game's already messing with the record
That's
book.
true.
They're not even counting Madison Bumgarner's no-hitter.
That's true too. But those are, no, you're right. You're right. Can't really worry about the record book when you make these decisions. I don't want to see the game go to 8 innings though. What I want to see is a wider strike zone and more balls in play, and less shifting. And let's get back to
10-cent beer night like they did that one night in Cleveland.
That would be sweet too, but I'd like to see some action on the bases too. I miss stolen bases. I loved the days of Ricky Henderson stealing 100, or you mentioned Juan Pierre earlier. He was a consistent guy in the 50s, 60s. That makes baseball fun, at least for me. But regardless, we'll forge ahead.
We'll always watch baseball. It's just for the younger generation, are we losing them? That's the question.
All right, bottom line, though, top of the 7th here in a 1-1 game. We are at money time. Pitch is high for a ball. This is the 9-hitter, Luis Gonzalez, trying to start it off here.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, off-speed pitch swung on, 1-1.
You couldn't even hit that with a tennis racket. That was an excellent pitch on 1-0.
Aggressive swing, too, on early in the count in a tie ball game, late trying to get a base runner. Pitch is fouled at the plate at 1-2.
Are you going to go to any baseball games this month or next month, Mark?
I don't have any planned, Kyle, but I wouldn't rule it out. I am a spur-of-the-moment guy. Don't box me in. So I'd like to get myself to both Guaranteed Rate and a Wrigley. Hit foul at the plate. Straight back, I should say, 1-2.
This young man, Martin Boyle, might be pitching at Wrigley in a couple of years.
Are you planning on, have you been already? What's your baseball attendance look like?
I got to go to a Cubs-Sox game at Wrigley. I've never been to one. I've been to many at Guaranteed Rate, but I got to go to one at Wrigley. Maybe this year I'll go.
Well, off speed, hanging in there, fouling it off Gonzalez.
I've been to a lot of great Cubs-Sox game at Guaranteed Rate. I was at the Jose Valentin walk-off, and I was at the day where Carlos Zambrano didn't like the Gatorade.
That was a day. Oh, you're fine. Was that the same day, or rather, were you at the Barrett A.J. Przinsky? Wow.
No, wasn't at that one.
I was, and it was intense. Those games were. I love the rivalry. I absolutely love the games.
Do you like the Crosstown Cup? I think it's a little bit corny,
I don't care about the cup. But I wish they played each other 18 times a year. Pitch.
What a pitch.
Oh, just low or just outside. We can't really tell from here.
See, that's the problem with the new age of baseball, catchers getting down to one knee to frame it. Sometimes these umpires think, why are you going down to one knee? It must be in the dirt, right? Okay, ball.
Here comes the 2-2 in a 1-1 game, in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss, off-speed, strike 3. Boyle dialing up a bunch of off-speed stuff in that at-bat.
Just flat-out junk. Breaking balls, change-ups, fastballs, just mixing it up, keeping these hitters off balance. The command hasn't always been there, but when he's needed a big pitch, he has delivered.
This is a great matchup here. Pitcher versus pitcher. Corrigan is responsible for the lone Fenwick run on a sac fly. He nearly took it out of here. I'm sure he's thinking about doing something along those lines right now. 0-1. Down low, 1-1.
If I'm Boyle here, I'm probably thinking change up, inner part.
1-1. That's exactly what it was. 1-2. Kyle Smith dialing up his baseball knowledge like Steve Stone in his prime.
Did a lot of years catching. Obviously, I never got to the big show, but you get a feeling for these hitters. You get a feeling for your pitcher. Seemed like he has a big stride. I would have gone change up, and he did.
1-2. Fastball low, 2-2.
That's why some of these managers were former catchers, because they're the only position on the field that can see the entire game all the time. So that makes it easier for a manager, right? You kind of get a feel of how the game flows and what happens inning to inning.
Rip shot that's going to get down to center. Dom is on. As his great day continues, we're going to get a pinch runner.
Now he can re-enter, by the way, so this isn't a pinch runner. It's just a courtesy runner.
I'm sorry, courtesy runner indeed. I would expect Dom is going to pitch the bottom of the 7th there. Good piece.
So running for Corrigan will be Nick Polston, the senior. Just a little guy, 5'8", but he's got a lot of speed. Well, he was going to run. Now they're going to go instead to 20.
Well, he's already run for the catcher.
Oh, I see. So yeah, you can't do that twice.
Right.
It's not like Little League where you can use any courtesy runner you want.
All right, kids.
Tom Gibbs will run, the senior. Doesn't have to be a stealing situation. You could do hit and run with the lefty up.
Game on the line here with 1 out in the 7th. Throw over to first. Gets away. He's going to run for days. That's all the way down the right field line.
Yeah. Now, the white line should be fences extended, so that was out of play, and it was. Now, that's the good thing of having a lefty pitcher, Mark, because if that's a right-handed pitcher, he steps off, he becomes a fielder. That's a 2-base award. With a lefty, it's only 1, so huge for the Wolfpack that he's a left-handed pitcher, not a righty.
Just felt like Tony La Russa over here, not knowing the written rules of baseball. Good thing you're here. Maybe you should be in the White Sox dugout there, Kyle.
That is a conversation for another day, and we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Not on the broadcast anyway, maybe off the air.
In the air to right. Going back to the wall. There's room. He'll make the catch, tagging and going to third. Will they think about clean relay? He'll have to stop.
Good news for the Wolfpack. They're only 1 out away of getting out of this. If you want to have a force play at first and second, you could intentionally walk, but the only issue with that is you get into those first and third stolen base situations.
Well, also, this is a lot of pressure right now on the catcher, Emmanuel Scott. Even though with that short backstop right there, anything that gets past, I think you got to try it, right?
I don't think so. It's just too short.
We will see if that one plays out. Fastball hit foul over our head down the right field line. 0-1.
You just got to trust in big number 2 to get a base hit. It's just too short of a backstop with a senior behind the plate for St. Ignatius to trust on a wild pitch.
Now that ball can ricochet any which way, though. Oh, caught the bat. So it's 0-2. He was trying to get out of the way. I thought he got hit with it, but the Fenwick bench is up and firing right now, so my vantage point is a little bit impeded. The 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner at third. Low 1-2. Ball just gets away. And
any other field, that's a wild pitch, go-ahead run. At St. Ignatius, it's just ball 1.
It just trickled away. He had some mid on it.
Remember, drop third strike in play. But with that short backstop, it's a lot easier to get him at first.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of 7 in a 1-1 game. Go ahead, run 90 feet away. Pitch. On the ground, up the middle, fielded. No! Bobbled by the shortstop, throws it away. Over our head.
Wow.
You hear the reaction from the Fenwick bench. They're going wild.
That's a tough way for Boyle to possibly get the loss. As Sean O'Connor is going to just pat him on the back and be like, it's not on you, man. We got to make the plays. And honestly, Mark, I mean, it's just going to be hard to win baseball games. Now, they still bat at the bottom of the 7th, but it's just hard to win baseball games. Not only were they not getting the hits, but they weren't getting walks. And when you're not getting on base consistently enough, that just fed up. I mean, that just increased the confidence for Corrigat. And as the game drew on, Corrigat got better because he didn't have to worry about walks because they were swinging at some stuff out of the strike zone, as well as Corrigat painting that black. But we still got a long way to go. You get this out, you still got 3 outs to work with in the bottom of the 7th.
We have a new pitcher on the mound. Michael Conway is going to come on to get the final out of the ball game. Now 2-1, and indeed, the Wolfpack does have 3 outs to work with here when they get up here in the bottom of the 7th. That is a not favorite moment for the shortstop, Evan Stewart, but hey, shake it off, keep moving. You're going to make errors when you play this game. It happens.
Well, you just can't put your team in a spot where your shortstop has to make a tough play at short to preserve the game. This game was won and lost. I mean, we'll still see what happens at the bottom of the 7th, but this game right now was won and lost. St. Ignatius just didn't get enough offensively. Really, Michael Gladden has been 2/3 of their offense today, and you can't rely on one player to win games for you.
Sure, when you only score 1 run, team game. That being said, I'm sure Evan would tell you that that's a play he's got to make.
Right now, 3 errors for St. Ignatius, 2 for Fenwick. Isn't baseball an interesting game like that?
Well, we talked about it at the start here, how this one will be decided. It's, throwing strikes and who's going to catch the baseball. It's never perfect out there.
Yeah, high school varsity, they're still kids for a reason, so they're going to make more plays than the freshman, sophomore players usually. But yeah, errors are going to happen. It happens at the major league level. You got to find a way to get on base. You got to find a way to rise above that and score runs. And right now, St. Ignatius hasn't been able to do that. But you get out of this inning, don't give up any more runs. A bloop and a blast, you win on a walk-off.
Or a million other ways it can happen. So we shall see. This has just been a great baseball game on both sides.
Oh yeah, this is everything you wanted out of the rivalry game. 4 hits for Fenwick, 3 for St. Ignatius. Everybody producing at the plate, and it's the bottom of the order producing for Fenwick.
Come on, one. Let's go.
Meanwhile, let's see if Fenwick, of course, is thinking about adding on here. The new pitcher on the mound, Michael Conway, who's going to the University of Wisconsin Whitewater. Big, tall lefty.
Excellent football school.
A little high for a ball, 1-0.
What a beautiful field.
Lucas Wan, lefty on lefty here, trying to find some green here to make it a 3-1 ball game.
St. Ignatius might have no choice but to go to the plate on a 1-hopper to the outfield. You can't allow any more runs to get past home plate. A 2-hopper to the outfield, you got to cut it off. 1-hopper, you got to go straight home.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch. Hit foul off to the left, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Short lead out at second. Pitch. Just wide. 2-1. Lucas Wan.
Trying to.
Affectionately called by his teammates Wan. On the ground to second. Backhanded, nice play over to first in the dirt. No, picked up beautifully by the first baseman. Nice job right there, and it is a 1-run ball game going to the bottom of the 7th. You are watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Colin McKinnon is on for the Fenwick Friars here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Tremendous outing. Phenomenal performance both at the plate, and he will get a chance to bat if this game does go to extra innings again. But Dom Korgat has left the ball game. McKinnon is on, and we will start the bottom of the 7th in a 2-1 game with the 3-hitter. 3-4-5 for St. Ignatius. Here we go with Aiden Callahan. Lefty on lefty, and there is a righty warming up in the bullpen as well, so we'll see how long McKinnon goes.
Paulie's warming up in the pen.
First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 1-0.
In the majors, you have to face 3 batters. High school, you only have to face 1. In fact, you can take him out after every pitch.
Chatter coming from the dugout, swing and a miss, 1-1. This is the beauty of competition right here. Come on in a 1-run game in the 7th inning and get 3 outs. Pitch. Down low, 2-1.
It's not easy being a closer. Pressure-filled situation like this. On the road, rivalry game. Got to find a way to get strikes.
Pitch. In the air to right. That ball's hit well to the wall. Looking up, it is out of here. A solo homer to lead off the 7th inning. Swinging away and finding the shrubbery. Aiden Callahan has tied up this ball game.
Wow. Even at the high school level, the long ball's taken over the game. St. Ignatius really hasn't been able to do much on the offensive end, except for hit the homer. But the good news is Boyle pitched a gem, so all you needed was 2 homers to stay in this game.
That was just out of here. I mean, maybe a foot. And that is where you want to hit it. Short porch, somewhat, probably a 12-foot high fence. What would, about right? 2-2. This has been a ball game.
Partner, I have a feeling this is going at least 10.
We shall see. 4, 5, 6 now. Long game, but could get short real fast here. Emmanuel Scott at the plate. They just take it for a ball.
He just doesn't have it today. It looks like he's short-arming everything.
You cannot have it and find it real fast. We'll see.
He's got to find it soon. It's already a tie game.
1-0. In the air to left. Back to the wall. Will it stay fair? It will. That is it. It's a walk-off. Oh, they called it foul? Wow. My angle thought it was well fair.
I lost it in the sun, and if I lost it, I'm sure the base umpire lost it too.
I had it. I thought it was way fair. I'm looking over at the Fenwick. That ball, I thought it was like 5 feet fair.
Fenwick obviously loves it. They get another life. And you want to see that too out of Fenwick because they have earned every right to be in this game. And actually, they've outplayed St. Ignatius for most of it. But St. Ignatius, give them credit. They are playing hard in this bottom of the 7th. They could have been dejected after that error at shortstop, but they are not. They are the better team showing in this inning thus far, and it's a tie game, and one swing of the bat, we were that close to it being a walk-off homer.
I want to know on the replay if I had that call right, because the Fenwick bench, by the way, I think, quietly, agrees with me.
That should have been a strike. He'd been calling that a strike earlier, but oh well, here we go, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike. Man, that ball, fair or foul, by the way, was smoked. That was the best ball hit of the day.
Paulie's got to find it. 3-1, battle, kid. Doesn't.
Ball 4, a little low. How long will they allow Colin McKinnon to go here? And I think they are going to go to the bullpen here.
You got no choice. Winning run at first base. Good speed at first.
All right, as we're going to have a pitching change, we should take a quick little timeout here. We'll come on back. 2-2, runner on first, bottom 7. This has been a ball game. You're watching SBS, a broadcasting home for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Robert Pauly on the mound, 2-2 tie. And you know what, Bob? You just got to shake off that tying home run. It doesn't matter anymore. You just got to find a way to get to the 8th inning.
You just call me Bob Visselet.
You remind me of Bob sometimes.
You got that, Bob? First of all, Bob, I miss you. Second of all, Kyle misses you. Third of all,
your name is not Bob, it's Mark.
My name is not Bob, it's Mark, which is totally fine, but I'm just processing. My own memory, by the way, and in the moment. But I think everyone's got a different name right now because we're watching a phenomenal ball game. 2-2, the runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. It was a 1-1 game to the 7th. Fenwick was able to push a run on a 2-out ground ball to short, which was an error.
Yeah.
2 error on the play, actually. Booted it and threw it over the first baseman's head, but now a leadoff homer in the 7th, and a bunt is down the line. It's going to trickle foul.
Yeah, that's why you don't push at the ball on a bunt. You let the ball hit the bat. When you push, usually that ball lands foul like that.
Good, again, fundamental baseball knowledge from Kyle, which is one of the many reasons. Hopefully you're enjoying the SBS broadcast right there. The strategy of that is interesting.
I can't wait to see that on replay. I lost it in the sun, but it was that close to being a walk-off homer.
I've talked to 5 Fenwick players. They all think it was fair, except their manager thinks it was foul.
True. I'm sure that he would say it was foul for the next 10 years.
Swinging at a pitch in the top of the zone. It's 0-2. I was watching Robert Pauly warm up for whatever that's worth, and he looked awful good down the line.
Well, with these kids, you don't have as many pitchers to work with like you do at the major league level, so you got to worry about pitch counts. And Dominic pitched to Jem. You'd love for him to go 7, but if he's been pitching a lot this season, you got to find other players to get the job done.
Second. This could be 2 out at second. No, he dropped it. That's going to be an error on the shortstop.
So the rule is the in the transfer is still there, but you got to have possession of it for at least a split second. There was no in the transfer. He just plain dropped it.
He never had it. That was the right call. And I think Wicker just rushed it, was trying to get 2.
Yeah, you just got to be more fundamentally sound. I know you want to get 2, but you got to know the situation. If there's 1 dead, maybe you try to force that double play with nobody out. You just got to get it out and give Pauly some confidence. Now he's really got a battle with nobody dead.
Monahan showing bunt, taking a ball, 1-0.
And look, if Fenwick ends up losing this game, they got nothing to be sorry about. A couple of plays that didn't go their way. They made some errors, but other than that, they played an exceptionally good game today. They're going up against a team that's undefeated in the Chicago Catholic League.
Again, the bunt is on. It's a good one. Pitcher's going to field it, throwing to first, and he'll get him. Would have been interesting if he had gone to third. It would have been awful close. But he takes the out at 1. So runners go down to second and third with 1 out. Good fundamental, excellent bunt by Andrew Moynihan.
The manager in me says you have to put him on first regardless, but
I do not, because then too much pressure to throw strikes. But
there's still pressure to throw strikes regardless.
Right, but then what they're doing is they're bringing the infield in and they're going to go out to the mound to discuss it.
Well, regardless, you got to bring the infield in, regardless if there's a force at every base or second and third.
Yeah, of course. I like having an open bag so the pitcher can feel at least somewhat comfortable to try outside the zone, especially when you get to 2-2, 3-2. And also, when you're talking about a pitcher coming in facing his second batter, third batter of the ball game, it's asking an awful lot. Now, on St. Ignatius' side, how do you try to score the run? You can hear
just get a fly ball. That's all.
You can hear. Good God! You can hear. You can hear the Fenwick bench talking about be aware of the squeeze. They just bunted down to second and third. Would you be that aggressive, perhaps in squeeze? Who knows?
It's a shallow field, so a fly ball doesn't necessarily guarantee you the victory.
First pitch is low for a ball. Outfielders, of course, are at a depth where they could throw out the runner on a fly ball.
Or you could just be like every other hitter and just hit a home run.
The 1-0 in the air down the right field line. If it was fair, it would be over, but it's well foul. 1-1. Excellent piece.
And for Pauly, you just shake that off and be like, it's just a very loud strike. All I need to do is get an out and hope it's not a fly ball to the outfield.
Michael Johnson going to John Carroll University. Trying to win it right here for the Wolfpack. Fastball just out. Strike zone all of a sudden feels a little tighter.
Yeah, catcher's got to do a little bit better moving those knees and frame it, but yeah, that was pretty outside for any type of frame.
2-1. Pitch. There's a strike, 2-2.
Remember, with the infield in, a duck snort might be able to do it.
On contact, are you going? On line drive to third.
Oh my goodness!
To the shortstop, step on third. They'll get out of it. They will get out of it. Look at that. Wow. Line drive right to the shortstop. Runner going down the line. That's bad base running.
Terrible base running.
And it takes them out of the inning.
But at the same time, they're kids, but this is the varsity level as well. Just go back to the bag. You're going to score anyways if it gets past the infield. A break for Fenwick. We go to the top of the eighth, 2-2 here at the home of the Wolfpack. You're watching the Wolfpack Friar rivalry here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
St. Ignatius College Prep, we have a good one today.
We sure do as we go to the top of the eighth. Michael Conway on the mound as the Friars will try to push one across here in extras. First pitch ripped down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Rounding first, headed for second. It's going to be a stand-up double. Will he turn for third? He will not. Great start. Wow. That was a bullet. Mizaki cracking one down the left field line.
Good way to start. Leadoff double, 2-2 game. What a game it has been today. St. Ignatius thought the game was over on a home run. They called it foul. We play on. It's top of the eighth. Runner at second. Nobody dead.
Drew Holm making his first plate appearance. See what Drew's asked to do here with a runner at second and nobody out. Pitch. Curveball in there for a strike, 0-1. Throwback behind the runner. Nearly had Mizaki. That was a We've seen multiple times today that Emmanuel Scott is not afraid to fire back behind you.
He sure isn't, and for St. Ignatius, they haven't played their best game, but that doesn't matter. Just find a way to win. Sometimes you're going to have these battles, and you just got to find a way to win the war. They've lost a lot of the battles, but if they win the war, all's well that ends well.
No balls, 2 strikes. Time is called. Drew trying to put the ball in play here.
Because St. Ignatius is the home team, you don't have to go straight home with it on a base hit to the outfield. Anything to center field, you can consider tagging up on. Anything to right, you got to tag up.
See if Drew can put the ball in play here. Curve ball, beauty, strike 3, and 1 away. What a pitch by Michael Conway. Stuck with the off-speed, and off-speed. No adjustment at the plate.
I think he was making adjustments. I just don't think he has a chance. This is a big man on the rubber for St. Ignatius, who is dealing right now.
Samuel Wynn at the plate, taking a curveball down for a ball. We are in extras. 2-2. We had a home run that might have won it, that looked fair, that was called foul. We had runners at second and third and 1 out, and a line drive right to the shortstop. Perfect positioning, if you will, and then a flip to third to end the inning. We had a home run, just get out of here, to tie up the ball game for St. Ignatius, to lead off the 7th inning. And we had again throw back behind him, and finally we're going to get a throw into center field, throw down to third. He's going to be safe.
That was the right decision, Mark. It was the right decision. It was just a bad throw. Good throw. He's out at second.
You're taking a lot of risk when you do that. That throw was from his knees. I love the concept. I love the confidence. I love the trying to make plays. That was a tough chance all around.
It was a very aggressive secondary lead. Catcher made the right decision, but you got to have confidence in that arm. Maybe he was a little too overconfident. Another error that could kill St. Ignatius. It's a big play. The error forces the infield in with less than 2 outs.
2-1. See if Conway can pick up his defense here. Pitch. Fouled at the plate. 2-2.
I think for Fenwick, anything on the ground, you got to go. Force them to throw you out at the plate.
Luke Coffey's had quite the ball game here.
St. Ignatius has been a little bit shaky on defense. I'm going all out, even if it's on the ground.
Infield in on the 2-2. Short lead at third. Pitch. Tapped foul at the plate. Count stays 2-2.
If it's a breaking ball close to you, just let it hit you.
Michael Conway in relief of Martin Boyle.
He's got to be careful with that breaking ball. They're going to want to take one for the team here.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 off speed pitch. That curveball is dancing, and there's 2 away.
My goodness. Was that Dean Chance on the mound with that changeup? Wow.
Impressive. No doubt about it. Runner remains at third with 2 outs. Score, of course, stays the same, 2-2. Donnelly at the plate. Ball 1.
You could consider a squeeze even with 2 outs.
Bunting for a hit. Time is called.
And if you're the base umpire, you got to be paying attention because balks are still evident even this late in the game.
1-0. Outside, just outside, 2-0. It's the catcher, Donnelly, for the Friars. Ball gets away, that's always in play. We've been discussing that one. Here comes the 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. Donnelly's been catching all day long. He didn't love that call.
Hopefully he's been hydrated because they're going to need him to catch at least one more half inning. 2-1. Does he have confidence in the breaking ball here?
I bet he does. There it is. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit more discipline at the plate. That was way off balance. Got to keep that weight back on that curveball.
You can hear the Fenwick bench saying, you know it's coming, and they do, but this pitch is has so much bite on it, it ain't easy to barrel up.
He's getting really fidgety with that stepping off action. If it's anything towards the plate first before he stepped off, it's a balk.
Two balls, two strikes. 2-2. The pitch. In the dirt, gets away.
Here we go.
Comes the runner to the plate. He's going to score easily. It's a swinging strike. Runner scores. I had a feeling, Kyle Smith, that something like that might come into play. And
that's the only way you can score on a short backstop like that. Takes a terrible hop.
Yeah.
And also behind the plate, that's why I use the chest protector. If you use the chest protector, it probably takes a better hop in front of you. When you use the glove, it can take that bad hop off the glove towards the third base side. But look, it's only one run. St. Ignatius did it the last inning. In fact, they almost won the game on back-to-back jacks. They can certainly do it again in the bottom of the eighth.
Pitch. Fastball popped up on the infield. Shortstop calling for it. He is there, and he makes the play. We go to the bottom of the eighth. We've been in this situation before. Fenwick 3, St. Ignatius 2. Your SBS, a broadcasting home for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Bottom of the eighth action.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say Boyle and Carragot will both get no decisions if you still care about wins and losses.
I'm all about the front of the jersey, not the back, my friend.
I'm all about that FIP, that ERA plus, WHIP, XERA, all these other crazy Fangraph stats they have.
I'm also all about this game. This has been a phenomenal, phenomenal game. And we'll see if there is one more rally left in the Wolfpack. They've come back once today, and they nearly won it in the seventh. Same thing if they were down 2-1. Same thing sitting in front of them here in the eighth, down 3-2. Go ahead.
It's been a one-run game all day.
The fans, and there have been a bunch of them out here today, have certainly gotten their money's worth. Of course, it was free to walk in here, but this has been a great baseball game. A lot of fans behind the plate, a lot of fans down the line. I think everybody's excited that the world is somewhat getting back to normal here. All right, here we go. William Duff at the plate, taking a ball.
Bullpen once again getting active for the Friars. A leadoff walk might lead to a quick hook.
You're going to get back to the top of the lineup here. And we're going to see the man who started us going earlier today. Michael Gladden's going to get another at-bat here. 8-9-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopper, this could be trouble. It's going to be fielded by the pitcher. He throws high, but he's able to hold the bag and they get the out. That was a great play, impressive play off the bump and making a good enough throw. Robert Pauly, give him credit. Also give credit to the first baseman hanging in there. Very nice job by Luis Gonzalez as Fenwick gets the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
This game is at everything. Hits, errors, strikeouts, 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Fenwick. 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors for the Wolfpack.
Fastball outside for a ball. Now this is the 9-hitter, but he has had excellent at-bats and has been on the base paths today a bunch. Aiden Thaxton. Ball low.
1 for 2 today. It's been a lot of strikeouts for both teams. Powers has had a game to forget for Fenwick, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, but that doesn't matter. His team's still up by 1.
Pitch. Again low, 3-0.
Red light.
Probably double red, I'd say. He's showing bunt. Let's see if Pauly can find the dish. He cannot, just outside.
And I love that. I hate the unwritten rule of umpiring. Anything close you call a strike on 3-0. No, it's either a strike or a ball. Doesn't matter what count it is. It was outside, that's ball 4. Let's move on. Runner at first, 1 out.
As I mentioned a minute ago, Michael Gladden led off this ball game with a homer. He does it here. It'll be a walk-off 2-run shot. We'll see. Swing in a minute. A little foul straight back at the plate. 0-1.
Humongous gap in left center. The ball does die on the grass a little bit here, though, at Wolfpack Field.
Thaxton has good speed at first. Be interesting to see if he tries to get his way down to second.
Don't go anywhere. Post-game show brought to you by the St. Ignatius College Prep Athletics Department coming up after the game.
Pitch just low. Pauly wanted that one. Didn't get it. 1-1.
Anything to right field should get him over to third.
Wind blowing in now a little bit from right. On the ground, through into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Gladden on again. Runners at first and second. The drama continues.
All right, you're the coach, Mark. If it's hitting the gap, are you sending the runner from first home for the game-winning run?
I tend to be aggressive. I mean, if the outfielder has the baseball and my runner has not rounded third, then I'm not going to send him. But if I'm ahead of the play, or even with the play, I'm sending him. But now, just things to consider here. Your on-deck hitter is Aiden Callahan, who tied up this ball game with a home run in the 7th inning. So you don't need, you're in the right spot of your order right now. Evan Stewart looking to perhaps atone for the air out at short right here. Great opportunity. Two on with 1 out.
Exciting game at Wolfpack Field.
Pitch fouled at the plate.
Maybe a little too exciting for these coaches. I'm sure that they've gained more gray hairs than they would like, but it's been fun for us, the fans.
You gotta love it, baby. 3-2. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Pitch is called a strike on the inside corner. 0-2.
Gotta find a way to put it in play. Fenwick has turned a double play. In fact, they had a second one on base runner interference. Gotta find a way to get it in play here, though.
Pitch. In the air, center field, short coming in. Will make the catch, throw.
You know, he could have, I know it would have been risky, but what's the worst that could happen? Pitcher was backing up the play. If it's an overthrow, it's going to be backed up anyways. You don't have to worry about that runner getting into third.
Yeah, it's my conservative nature is actually with the Fenwick coach who was yelling at him, run it in. Like, take no chances. But here we go, 2 outs. I thought that ball was going to drop. It did not. The moment of truth with 2 on and 2 out. Pitch.
Oh, you got to wear that, kid.
Just inside. 1-0. Aiden Callahan homered in the 7th to tie up the ball game.
That was a shot.
Chance to be a hero again. On the ground, chopper fielded by the second baseman. Easy toss to first, and the Fenwick Friars have pulled it off. They come in and beat the Wolfpack today in a great ball game. Back and forth we went. 3-2 your final. Tip of the cap to the competitors on the other side. Of course, these teams know each other incredibly well, and just an absolute phenomenal ball game. We'll have the post-game show coming up. 3-2, Fenwick takes it over St. Ignatius. You're watching SBS, a broadcasting home for everyone.
My name is Mary Ellen Schneider, and I'm the Fine Arts Department Chair at St. Ignatius. I'm proud to say that we probably have at least 50% of the student body involved in one of the visual or performing arts throughout their career here. It's important for the students to be involved in the arts here because they learn something that they can enjoy for a lifetime. There's no cap on how old you can be to be a musician or a visual artist and create. Our talented students are very creative. Beautiful things are displayed around the school. They also get very excited about productions and concerts, performing for others. And there's so many options for you and so much for you to have fun with. I love being department chair because it's exciting to be able to lead a group of other artists and to see them be able to be involved in the arts. Sometimes at the high school level, it becomes very selective. We have so many things here that are inclusive of students at all levels.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
With the left-hander, Marty Boyle, tough loss for you guys today. This was a phenomenal baseball game, though.
It was fun to play in, very fun to play in. They're a good team. A lot of respect to them, but it was very fun to play in.
Seemed like you perhaps maybe didn't have your full juice at the start, and then you got hot maybe second, third inning. Does that seem right? That's how it looked for me, but how would you explain it?
Usually I take an inning or two to get going, but once I get going, I definitely feel like I'm in a zone, and I think everything just flies out of my hand, just feels good. But everything felt good today from, I'd say, about second or third inning on.
This matchup mean anything extra special to you, which obviously makes it a little bit more painful on a day like today?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a very special matchup. Obviously, the rivalry between the school and everything with football, me personally playing football. But again, at the end of the day, we're competitors. Respect to them, nothing but respect. They're a great team. Their pitcher was great. He was throwing well all day, so nothing but respect to them.
And you guys got a lot in front of you here, your senior season. How are you doing just soaking up the whole process of it?
I'm just taking it one day at a time, just kind of enjoying it as it comes. But, I mean, it's definitely been enjoyable, even with everything with COVID. Everything's sort of opening up. But just being out here with the boys is always fun.
And the University of Tampa next. Congratulations. You guys see the smile on your face. That's an awesome opportunity. Why'd you pick there?
The opportunity to be in Florida and obviously their program and their history, just doing research on their program, knowing that they're winners, and obviously I love to win. I mean, obviously wasn't able to do it today, but just in general, being down in Tampa, they have the major I want, sports management, just the school, seemed like the fit for me.
Tampa, college years, playing baseball. I mean, come on.
I can't ask for much more. I'm very excited, so go Spartans.
And last one here, goals for the rest of the way for the team. You guys have had a phenomenal conference season. Obviously, a lot in front of you there, too.
I think just going into June, end of May, I think we're just trying to stay hot. We were on a win streak there. Faced a really good pitcher at Riverside Brookfield, but just looking to bounce back, obviously close out the conference, got one more game against them, and then another one against De La Salle. But going into playoffs, just trying to make as best run we can. I know our sectional is pretty competitive, but obviously we love competition, so we're just looking forward to it.
Marty, congrats, great performance today, and good luck the rest of the way. Enjoy what's coming after the year, too.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Marty Boyle, this one goes to Fenwick 3-2. We will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching Sports Broadcasting Solutions. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. We'll see you next time.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.